Well, that's the first thing that they hear. Oh shit! There we go. Welcome in, boys. We're here for the Godbound, the Erased, episode 4. It feels so good to have episode 4 finally up in this bitch.
In your veins.
Let's go.
You can stop huffing copium.
I can finally stop huffing copium. Yes. Again,
Hey,
we.
I had a really good reason to skip this week.
Yeah, that's true.
Wednesday.
That's true. So this week we had to postpone once again, and I won't delve too heavily into details out of respect for James.
That's fine.
Yeah, but you know, postponing is perfectly fine, lads. But hey, at the very least, we got our session in today, so let's take it for what we can, and let's kick ass, take some names, and get this shit fucking.
I'm gonna mute for a second because I don't feel like ASMR in the chat.
That is fair. We gonna do. What are you doing?
Alright, soda's open.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, that'll do it. I know your mic's super sensitive on that, so I appreciate it.
It's super sensitive on everything. I've literally had times where I open it across the room and chat's like, ugh.
It's true. All right, boys. Well, we are here. We are ready, and it is primo hour. All right. Go ahead and take it away whenever you're ready, bud.
Alright, I'm gonna throw you back to the tower real quick, so I don't think we finished there. But after he gave you your gifts, you never actually left the tower, is the thing.
I think I was leaving when we ended.
Yeah,
like, I was literally like
walking out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm giving the thing of you walking out. So.
Gotcha.
So you got book in hand, the runic glove, you know, just entwined with your skeletal hand. You can see the runes, like going up your arm just a little bit, and you can feel its divine power intertwined with yours. As you feel your vitality burning bright, and you feel healthier than normal, you feel lighter on your feet, and you feel ready for the battles that will come ahead. You leave with your elite knights in tow, prepared to just destroy whatever god they're going to send after you and their armies. You arrive back at camp shortly thereafter, getting strange looks from the commander. Robin, as he looks at you. So, what did you find over there?
As we arrive, I'm gonna take a look down at my hand, which I don't think he probably would have noticed necessarily the runes going up.
He's the only one who noticed the runes.
He's the only one who noticed. Okay, so I'll just like take a small glance down at it, just like not necessarily trying to make it a focus, but just for himself to kind of like focus himself to try and explain this. As he goes, oh, nothing. We primarily just found some trinkets and some knowledge. Nothing really of note. I have really nothing to report.
He nods back. Well then, are you prepared to start assaulting the enemy outposts?
He kind of does a little, clears his throat a little bit as he looks on up at him, as his mental state kind of steals a bit as he finally like kind of pulls himself out of that like headspace where he was kind of like zoned out a little bit, so like still in his mind, but now he's finally back. He's like, yes, let's go ahead and get this finished. Let's take them for every last scrap of ground they have left. We are ready.
So he looks at the map once more. He points out two larger towers as being their like main supply depots. So there's like a lot of small outposts here and there, but there's two larger like main towers as well as a fort a little farther down. So I'm guessing you're gonna go after one of them to start with.
So there's the two main outposts, and then there's some smaller forts further down.
Well, no, there's some random outposts here and there, but there's two large towers that are the spy depots, and there's a larger fort down the like past that, going more into their territory. If you can take out the outposts, the tower and the fort, then you will be clear to go into their mainland.
Okay. He's got a nod. What is the closest grouping? Like, which path does it look like on the paper there? Would be the easiest to kind of go through.
I'm saying is now there isn't much difference between the two towers. They're not like
So they're about all
space.
equidistant, more or less.
They're both equal distance. The only one that's farther away is the fort, as that's like beyond like don't go after the fort before the outposts kind of thing, you know.
So if I remember correctly, my plan was last time around to go ahead and have all of us more or less like me, him, and our forces kind of just swing in there and hammer these forces just basically one big blow after one big blow after one big blow.
Yeah.
And then kind of as they're trying to figure out if we're gonna after our first big attack of hit them, they're gonna sit there and figure out if we're gonna be sitting there and just running in and taking like we did last time, or if we're gonna keep moving. And my boy's assumption was that they were going to assume that we were gonna push and hold like we did last time. So basically we're just like hard and fast rushing. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I guess just pick one of the sides that seems to be a good pathway. Just go straight through them.
Mm-hmm.
Just barrel through.
So you pick a tower and you're rushing for it.
Yeah.
All right.
It doesn't have to be anyone in particular. I'll just pick one of the two at random.
All right, send you here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, first tower.
Let's go. But basically what I'll do is I'll just pick that one. I'll look over at him and go, I suppose this one will do. We should get our forces up and going. The sooner we attack, the more surprised they will be. What time of the day is it at the moment, and how long do you think it'll take to get there?
I would say because you usually have to get back. I'd say about midday right now, and it'll take you to like night to get there.
So I'll take a look at it and go, at least we have the advantage having undead. They won't get any form of visual disadvantage for attacking during the night versus mortals may very well have a harder time seeing throughout the darkness. Night will be the easiest time to attack, while a good few of them will also be asleep. Good thing we'll get there. We should move out.
He's gonna nod to you as all the preparations are being made. You know, the undead organize and they're just sweeping formation to make sure no one gets through the line. Yeah, everyone mounts up on their haunces. Haunces.
Let's go. Let's go.
As you prepare to ride out,
Yep.
You ride through the forest in a blistering wind, tearing down any scouts that may cross your path. Soon the tower in the distance becomes clearly visible. And as you arrive to the first outpost, its defenders scramble to defend. You hear horns being blown the moment you're seen. Archers are firing volleys of arrows at your units. Some flying through rib cages and doing nothing at all. Others cracking skulls. Your undead do their best to overwhelm the main gate and break it open. While the archers do their best, throwing holy water out of windows and firing arrows.
Is there any way that I can basically have my boys break away from the back of the units and basically just run across the walls as I straight up just run my hand just like a foot away from the wall and just punch fucking holes as my haunches are going full speed around the entire facility, like around the entire encampment, and just punching holes through their walls, basically making their walls completely useless.
It is a tower, like I said, so...
Well, yeah, but I mean, it'll at least let them go in. I assumed,
but
there was at least a wall outside of the tower, or is it just the tower itself?
it's just this one is a spideo, so it's
Okay.
just a tower. It's just
So
a
it's
large
just
tower.
a tall tower. Okay.
Yeah.
Then can I just literally go up, like, move through the ranks, and just go up straight to the door, and then just punch it fucking open?
Yeah. You do that. You ride right up to the front door. You blast it open. Splinters flying through. The defenders inside hold their weapons. They steel themselves as the undead horde floods into the room.
Then, can I go around to, like, around the building about quarter increments and just blow fucking holes into it?
The place is gonna collapse.
Not massive holes, but enough for, like, a rank or two. Like, one person or two people big. You just walk through a wall that looks sturdy enough to hold a, like, door-sized opening.
Yeah,
I'm not saying, like, punch multiple. I'm like 3 other holes around this outside the building, just so they can come in from a couple different avenues. I'm not saying, like, blow all the walls down. Just, like, these, like, personal.
Make some strategic entrances.
Yeah, exactly. Because if they're all funneling in through one space, it's gonna be too easy to defend.
Yeah. So as the defenders do their best to hold the line, you blasting holes in the wall, let your undead flood flank them and break their lines. But as you get to about, like, the second floor, you're starting to get up, you hear a different horn sound. As you see from the top of the tower, a fiery arrow gets shot out the tower.
A fiery arrow, like, straight into the sky, or, like, down into our forces?
It gets far into the sky, and as it gets to fairly high in the sky, it explodes into a large display of lights, and you hear horns from far away get blown.
Would I be able to, by chance, do something in response to this?
No, unless you want to try to snipe it out of the air, in which case it would still explode, because, force damage and all that.
That's the thing. I would like to commit effort and cast darkness.
What's the range on that?
Shit, I think it's like, well, it depends on how far away it is.
It's the top of like a 7 or 8 story tower getting fired into the sky.
I think I still have an idea. What else would I be able to do? I think that there's an out for this, but I can't remember.
Shed the black rain? No, it's not this.
No, that wouldn't affect.
I cast Firestorm on it.
I cast Firestorm. No, would, it's 5th level. It has to be something that I can actually cast. Damn. Let me take a little look-see here real fast. Give me just one moment. I'm trying to think of a good out for this, because I know there isn't much, but I think...
I don't think there is an out.
Well, I wanted to be creative with this, and I'm...
Oh, yeah, no, I am...
fairly sure. I have an inkling that there's something I could do, and I can't remember what it is. It doesn't look like there's anything that isn't short range that I can do. So fair enough. Never mind, I guess. Because everything else would be too far away. Like, I have lots of good options, but nothing that's even within 120 feet. So.
Yeah, it's past that.
Shame. All right, never mind. Go ahead. Try to do something cool, but I can't think of anything. Unless you'll let me do a custom spell, which would just be essentially just cover the entire top by molding the stone together, but... Yeah,
No. Do not put all of do not put all of my fucking writing for the next part to fucking death.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
You did.
I was thinking there might be a way to fix this, but no, there isn't.
Cheese this.
Yeah, there might be a way to cheese this. No, go ahead.
Okay. So you hear, horns going off in a distance, probably alerting the other tower to the battle. As you sweep through the tower, as he gets about the fourth floor, you're nearing the top, clearing it all out. When the forces from around the area, so like the other smaller little encampments, flood in to help, bolster the troops. Mm-hmm. I would say there's about a vast mob of them.
Oh.
And they're not like elites, they're just like...
I know exactly who's really good at dealing with that.
Azeroth.
So, I'm gonna look over at Cole. Mm-hmm. And now, I'm assuming, because I haven't said anything otherwise, we're kind of staying near the bottom floor, just monitoring what's going on. Yeah. So as we're seeing this happen from, like, either just barely outside of the front door or just barely in the entryway. I'm gonna go ahead and look over.
Do you reveal Cole's buffs to everyone?
Oh, no. We'll let chat find that out. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look over at Cole, and I'm going to look over at his companion, Ezra. And I'm going to look over at Cole and go, you, go ahead and deal with that. The reinforcements must be stumped. They mustn't be able to assist the recapturing of this tower. Go.
Ezroth simply nods as he hefts his massive blade, dashing into the horde of enemies, bringing the blade up, flinging some of them back as he sprints into the horde of enemies. For every cut on his body, his blood spikes out. For every cut he takes, 3 or 4 soldiers die. Did you send him and Cole into the fight, or just Azeroth?
Well, Cole is commanded to do it, but Azeroth is under Cole's command, so...
Yeah. Cole is just... Any of them that, like, are about to land a lethal blow, Cole just blasts them with flame. As his magic power is now consolidated and very stable and powerful, allowing him to just fling fire everywhere, burning them to ash. The vast mob slowly starts to dwindle, their morale breaking against the tide of Azeroth and Cole. Do you do anything else?
I'm basically just gonna be keeping an eye on the main forces while I'm keeping an eye on them. Having Steve essentially be having a massive, like, eye in the sky to keep an eye on everything. You know what? How long does... Oh, wait, the power for Steve, the golden light, that's...
Hope of Dawn?
Yeah, the Hope of Dawn, that's per scene, isn't it?
So, I was rereading it, and because I'm a slight bit of an idiot, I'm pretty sure it just says commit effort.
It's just permanent?
It's just active until you take the effort away.
Bruh, no, okay. Bam. Okay, then just expect it to always be on. Like, that's permanent.
You're all good there.
Like, that's just gonna be permanent. Like, that's straight just gonna be permanent. Like, that's too good.
Mm-hmm.
So, which means every single person here is basically, like, grafted in holy light. Or, like, necrotic shadows, or however you want to flavor it as. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Necrotic energy. His eyes is glowing like that teal greenish color. The undead are just tearing through the tower as Azeroth and Cole finish off the reinforcements with ease. Azeroth now just being beefier than he was previously by a lot. Because I misread something in the hero creation thing.
What, did you not do it correctly?
It was fine with him before, but Cole actually gained a few hit points.
Oh, nice.
So heroes, instead of starting with 1 HP plus their con, is 4 HP plus con. And also, since he's actually a hero now, his toughness is buffed, so he has, like,
Nice.
he has HP up the ass.
Nice. Very good. Very cool. Plus, he does scale with Cole now because he scales with me. So, that works out.
Well, yeah, Harry, he was the moment you gave him influence, like, or Dominion to buff him up, he started scaling with you.
Yeah.
He actually lost a level because of that, fun fact.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have thought that he would have lost a level, period, but
He started at level 3, so
fair enough. I suppose.
he's level 2 now.
Yeah.
I also changed the rules now. All your heroes, I'm giving them a single common talent for free.
Oh, okay.
Just a nice little buff to them, you know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. So you clear out the tower. You kill the reinforcements. This entire flank is pretty much dead. Like now, you know it's gonna be a tougher fight at the next tower, but Steve's watching from above and he doesn't see anyone approaching. What do you do?
So,
The tower's completely cleared out.
the tower's completely cleared out.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you say that Cole didn't notice?
And I'm saying Cole and Ezra have cleared out the last of the reinforcements.
Okay, so just everything's done here. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Then inside that case, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to, I think a good signal. Well, actually, I don't even need to do a signal. I'm just going to go ahead and take a look over at who would be my closest commander for this army. Because I would assume Robin would be like up in the brunt of it up there, more than likely. And the golem would probably be a little further back, about midway.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm gonna call. Do I happen to have like eye contact on the golem, like halfway up there?
Probably not icon. Like I can't see it because it's a full tower.
Question: Is the tower like a big, like it has like a circle going through the middle where you can kind of like see all the way up, like a spiral staircase, or is it just like where then all the rooms kind of splinter out from that, or is
Yeah.
So it
yeah.
is
Well,
like
you're
that?
inside. Yeah, but well, if it's near the middle, you'll be able to see it from. You're like on a certain level, but even so, if it's a spiral staircase, you can't necessarily see all the way up. But I say yeah, you generally know where the golem is, so you can command it and stuff like that.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and the reason why I was asking, because if I can tell that the whole building is cleared out by now, is that because of the lack of noise, or is that because of being able to actually see it being done?
Oh, lack of noise.
Oh,
Like
lack
you can
of noise.
just you hear the fight has stopped.
Okay, then I'm going to call out to like throughout the middle of the tower. We're moving on to the next tower. Move. As I'm then just going to grab the reins, swirl the haunts around, and move outside.
All right.
As I can only assume
As you just
all the fucking skeletons and zombies are just clunk, 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 running.
yeah,
down
here's just the
stairs.
rattling.
the rattling.
You hear more than one just fall and start just going down the stairs. Like, just sliding down the stairs.
We're going. We're going.
Like it's an absolute flood of bones at the bottom by the end of it.
Flood
As
of
they all can just get back up, and Robin comes out behind them like, what the fuck?
Nice. All right.
You remount your haunces and you prepare to charge once more.
We are just leaving this building decimated and just
Mhm.
pushing. I'm not going to destroy the building by any means, but it's just we're leaving it a ghost town and just flooding towards the other building.
Reach second tower and it's far, far more prepared and far more reinforced. This one seems like it was built like the first one to be built, as it does have an exterior wall, and it has archers with inscribed like runic arrows, and there's priests increasing everyone's power.
You know,
The most notable thing is that they all their bodies are coated in a certain type of holy magic, meaning they're unable to be brought back.
damn.
Also, their weapons are also imbued with holy magic, making them do more damage. Because they are actually prepared for you.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the front gate. And I'm going to grasp my staff with both hands. As now, normally my shattering power would only be able to do maybe a 5 foot,
Yeah.
a 5 foot radius, so a 5 foot by 5 foot, like square basically. However, I'm channeling my inner power, using an effort, performing a miracle. And as I charge in the front of the line, bursting from the tree line, I'm going to point my staff with 2 hands down towards the gate. As I simply conjure forth the magic in front of me, calling forth the winds and the air around it, as I force the magic near the door to buckle. And right near the center of the mid top of the door, right where you would also get some of the upper bastions up at the top, and even the hinges across the sides where the door is being held firm. I am going to compress the air in front of the door.
Shatter. With a thunderous, as it hits its apex, you hear a thunderous boom and a crash as the door just gets absolutely annihilated. Any archers on top of the wall falling to their inevitable deaths, either by landing or by just being swept up in the unending horde of undead that inevitably rush in.
Hold on. Before we rush in, right after I cast Shatter, I'm gonna look over at Cole, point my staff with one hand directly at them, and go, Firestorm! Go! If there's any time to hit it.
Did you give him the,
Yes, I gave him the gauntlet. I gave him the glove last time. I gave him the glove last time.
Alright, he spends... Let me actually get him a,
Let's fucking go! Just if there's ever a time to cast it, pelt them now, right as we charge.
You see him kind of plants the staff into the ground, as this is, a divine gift. His Hellfire staff does not work with it. You see him raise the hand up, bracing his arm with the other. His eyes lighting up red with a fiery glow. As runes appear underneath of him, as fire spirals around him, chanting in an unknown language, even to you. And here's Murdoch. He yells, Firestorm! As the clouds part and the sky turns black, as bolts of fire fall from the sky, either burning down all the archers, while the knights, while taking casualties, still hold strong. Their divine magic helping bolster them, although they are not nearly at full power anymore, having been, knocked back by the firestorm.
I am quite literally gonna stop like 20 feet from the gate, turn my horse haunts to the side, and just scream charge at the undead legion, holding my staff directly up. It's the coolest thing I could think of.
The undead just charge in, just slamming against the troop of crusaders waiting for them. Valiantly pushing. They are unable to push you back, but they're valiantly fighting back, doing quite a number to your horde with their holy weapons, dealing significant damage, potentially even pushing them back a step or two before being pushed right back again.
I'm gonna unleash fucking volleys. We're not just sitting here, obviously.
They are shooting volleys of magic.
We're going for this shit. I'm basically just gonna use Fray Dice. I'm just gonna be shooting. I suppose what would be my best bet here? Probably. I'm gonna say Rays of Sickness. Just blasting those and just sending off various bolts of lightning, I'm gonna say. Just as, like, these little zaps of, like, magic missiles, but there's lightning bolts just... boom,
Yeah.
and whatnot. Freight ice, and then just Ray of Sickness. It's just pew, pew, pew. Otherwise.
Cole is just pelting them with fire bolts. You're doing as much damage as he can. Steve, Chance, and Hans sprint into the fray, protecting some of the undead when they can, and slashing down knights left and right. Azeroth just runs over to Chance, yells to him to give him a lift. Chance drops to a knee, brings a shield above him, as Azeroth steps on the shield, getting bounced straight into the horde of knights, slamming down into the ground as he uses, what's the ability?
Isn't that the water ability?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck! Man, remember, this goes a lot worse than it used to be.
Well, it's a lot weaker, because it runs off his level.
Well, yeah, but still...
You know what? Should I have it run off his level or his hits?
Well, if
his
it
hit
actually
points?
does run off of his level, then it runs off his level. But if I remember correctly, because of the new powers he's gotten, it's worse.
It's pretty similar.
Oh, well, fair enough. Potato, potato. Okay.
Yeah. So he just absolutely blasts them all. Make up the exact damage real quick.
Oh.
What?
I was like, oh, I thought you were looking up the actual, like, effect description.
Oh, I don't know. It goes by level or hit dice?
No, like the description for how it actually looks.
Oh, no, I know that already. I was just rolling damage to see what the effect is going to be. 10. That's rolled straight, by the way. Against mobs. So he slams into the ground, his sword just digging deep into the ground as it just shatters the area around him. The knights coming unsteady as water just spikes up, stabbing them. And not even just by that's that damage to every mob within 50 feet of him.
Oh my god. So that's just
Yes.
every mob within 50 feet is dead.
Yes. Not dead, but they're highly damaged. They're like skeletons of what they once were.
What, so like, some of those knights are still alive?
There's, because they have like 30 something HP each.
30 each? Oh my god. This is a
think so.
powerful ass mob, dude.
Well, it's 30 something per mob.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
well,
a lot of the knights are dead.
Fair,
yeah.
I suppose.
So shadows out, just spikes of water shooting out as the entire area almost becomes a swamp. Alright, swamp, but waterlogged. As the flood just rushes out, washing some of them away, dragging others underneath as if it's living water. He stands pulling his blade out of the ground, preparing to fight on. Now, most of the enemy forces have been, at the very least, injured or killed. How do you continue?
We're going to be doing cleanup.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like before. Since we do know the local area, like where the next area is going to be, once we've confirmed that we've slaughtered everything in the area,
yeah,
we're just basically getting the remaining forces, picking them up, charging to the next outpost. Just the next closest one.
As you charge forth, any of the defenders who had not gotten to the tower, there's nothing else in there to go over. Yep. But I will say, with the 2 defensive towers destroyed, your forces have lessened by a pretty decent margin. So those ones could not be. You didn't revive any at the first tower, and the second one.
Well, yeah.
They're blessed holy. So I would say you're about 3/4, like lower 3/4 of your units left.
Yeah, that's why I recommended doing Firestorm, and I blew a hole through the middle, so that first of all, the ones that they're going to be attacking is me initially, but they don't have the speed to hit me on Huntsback accurately. that quickly.
Well, most of them are just gonna be aiming straight for the horde of undead. To try to,
which are kind of starting to come out from the tree line. And then as I blow the fucking front door open, immediately they're getting firestormed. So they're just kind of like, hey, yo, let's fire at the... Panic. And so basically anyone who isn't inside the fucking tower is going to get eviscerated.
Yeah.
And the tower itself is getting pelted heavily.
Also, actually, that's just that's just the enemies outside of the tower. There's still the actual tower itself to go through.
Exactly.
Which doesn't take exactly too long, but yeah. You just blast the front door and start caving in skulls?
Well, actually, yeah.
Or do you just want to or do you just want to drop the entire tower? Power move.
That is a power move. But it could be a good location. Well, we already have one. I guess we don't need two. Yeah, I'll just kind of go... I'll basically have my entire legion stay outside. To minimize casualties, I'll just start blowing the exterior walls clean apart.
Alright. Once you get most of them down, you can hear the creaking and the splintering of any of the wooden supports inside.
By the way, I will, before I do this, I will tell Cole to kill any of them that manage to run out before it collapses.
Yep, you see a handful, like 1 or 2, comes trying to sprint out, and they just shot straight in the skull with flames. Their armor being scorched as they fall to the ground. Cloven more confident in his magic.
I will shatter the exterior walls, destroy its foundation, and kind of push everyone back a bit once it's about to crumble. And then just the last blast. Just send power in and just blast the last wall I can find.
Almost as if a message. The massive tower, a structure standing for there, I suppose the defensive might, falls over, crushing one of the exterior walls and a good bit of the forest too. You can hear the screams of any soldiers that managed to survive that being crushed under the building.
We are then going to grab all of our men and just start fucking moving. Like, we're not sitting anywhere. We're just going to move. Because at this point, they should be arriving back, more or less, at the first tower. And should be preparing themselves to figure out whatever's going on. By the time they get back here, we should be done with their last couple strongholds on the sides. Like, the much weaker ones. That are just there to, like, be basically scout outposts. By the time we circle back around to here, they're gonna be here wondering what the fuck is going on.
What, the enemy troops? Yep. I first saw that. Well, that's the thing. That was the point of the first horn at the other base, was basically to alert all nearby groups to basically center in. And basically fall back to whatever your tower is, being attacked kind of thing. So at this point, there aren't really any extra forces. Now they've either fought you and died, deserted, and you're probably not going to even end up finding them because they just dipped before they even got close. Or they've fallen back to the main fortress, which still lays ahead of you.
So, I guess we will... Head on to the... Okay, so how many other side little forts are there? You said there was what, two more?
There's there's some more ahead of you going towards the big fort. There's some more like smaller defensive structures.
We will start hitting them one by one as we go through.
You charge forth, you see the next main, small fort. It has exterior walls and a lot of small buildings, like the ones you've seen in some of your first fights. Do you just no hold, just blast the door open and sweep through the area?
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and point... I'm going to go ahead and use my effort for the scene, since this is... You consider every new area to be a new scene, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and channel my power forth. Now, how big is this fort from one side to the other? Is it like a like 400 or 500 feet on either side, or?
Yeah, it's decently large.
So basically the size of a small castle, you know, or is it like a outpost where it's like maybe 2-3 buildings width?
No, it's bigger. It's a good bit bigger than that. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
So like a small castle. Okay.
Yeah, kind of
So
right, yeah.
so like a keep, basically a keep in a wall.
Yeah. Essentially that kind of area.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I center my fireball in the center of the courtyard, which should cover most of the like border of the quarter of the walls, or at least up to the inside of the walls, as well as basically anything that's standing outside that isn't on the other side of like halfway through the courtyard.
You just think to blast anyone you can away.
That's prepared to be on the other side of the door. Because honestly, if I know medieval-esque military strategy, a lot of the forces, or a small amount of the forces, are going to be against the wall to cover defenses. The rest are going to be behind the gate, ready and waiting for them to charge the gate. Because that's going to be the only real place to fight, unless you see them mounting your walls. In which case, you basically just swarm your walls and keep a small amount of forces by the front gate. So I'm casting Fireball to hit those forces behind the gate, up to the keep's doors, and up to the walls. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. I'd say this one, because this is not just normal medieval, and, strategy, as mages are a thing here.
Well, yeah, so but foot soldiers are also a popular... The reason why it's a thing is because of foot soldiers. And it's an effective defensive strategy for foot soldiers. Otherwise, you just get swarmed.
Yeah. You end up killing a good few of them, but there are quite a lot of soldiers in this one. This one seems to be their main, like, barracks kind of place.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Basically, then all I'm going to do is run across the outside. Like, first blow open the front gate, and then run across the outside of the walls. Just punching holes into it, one by one.
They switch. You see the ones inside, the soldiers inside, switch to basically a turtle strategy. They fall back to the keep, protecting the keep's door. Trying to do their best to keep the courtyard. As archers inside the keep fire out, reducing your numbers even more, as they are also bathed in the same holy light to reduce you from bringing them back.
So have we captured the courtyard and the everything besides the keep by now?
I would say you're a decent bit through the keep, you're a decent bit through the courtyard. You're they're at the gate now, they're doing their best to defend, but you're pushing them back against the wall and dwindling their numbers.
Can I get around to the backside of the keep itself and just start popping fucking holes into the backside of it?
Flanking them?
Yes, I'm making extra openings for the undead to start just swarm in. Because the thing is, the more that they feel panicked, right, the lower their morale is going to be. And when they break their morale, they become disorganized. So they just can't do anything properly. They just panic and fight for their lives, and that's all. So if...
Oh, wait, I'm going to give them a morale score real quick. I'm going to roll for the morale.
Because my thing is, I'm basically, instead of having them all basically guard behind their one big-ass door, I'm blowing through their stonework, which almost no one would be able to do normally.
Yeah.
But because I have the word that lets me do that, it's piece of cake. Easy peasy. So basically just massive holes get blown into their random side rooms, as undead are basically just going to be killing them in these side rooms and then swarming them in miscellaneous places inside. And the inside isn't made for battle. The outside is. So they're going to be at a really weird disadvantage because there's no actual defensible places to fight except for just one-on-one, basically. Well, not one-on-one, but like face-to-face. They can't just have archers shoot at them, basically, because there's no real way to do it.
Yeah. Like, once you charge in there, it's fairly easy to start kind of picking their troops off and, blast through the entire place. Do you blast the front door open to flank the last of the defenders up there?
One, if we can get to the door, because I would assume, like, as I'm making my way back around the front side of the building, they've basically pushed themselves in and closed the door. Basically bracing the front door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm basically just going to hop over the front of the tops of the soldiers in the very front, blast the door as I make my way over the top, like, 4 or 5 soldiers, hop on the other side, and just keep moving.
Once the door gets blasted open, you knock a lot of the soldiers who are bracing on their ass as they just get charged over by the sweeping, like,
Swarm.
flood of undead. Yeah.
The swarm.
Some of them not even being stabbed, just being stomped to death by
Trampled.
just the stampede. Yeah.
Nice.
As you sweep through, you're able to you kill the rest of the archers and anyone else in the building. Do you stop to resupply at all, or do you keep going? Or do you keep pushing to the next?
Does it appear to be even worth it?
This place has a lot of, like, equipment.
Okay. We will resupply our, like, arrows, our bolts, real quick. Just
Any broken weapons?
Any broken weapons, pick them up. Any armor, scavenge real fast. I'll give them 20 minutes.
Okay.
20 minutes. That's all they get.
After 20 minutes, they're all, much better condition now. I would say you're dwindled down to about half your troops now, though.
That's fine. I mean, they've lost, what, 3 times what we have right now?
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Or more.
And past this, there's one more outpost, and then there's a main fort.
What I'm gonna go ahead and do is... By the way, can Cole cast Firestorm multiple times per day, or is that just, like, 1 effort per scene?
I think it's enough per scene.
Okay,
Let me
good.
check. I'm gonna fire real quick.
I wanted to be sure, because I wasn't sure how often he could use them.
Yeah, it's per scene, so he can use it once a scene.
Do I happen to know what the general, like, if the next area is like a barracks again, or if it's a supply building, or if it's just a defensive, like, checkpoint?
Are you riding towards it?
I'm asking if I know ahead of time.
No, this is, like, one of the farther out. Like, they know this fort, and then the next larger
So it's
fort
just
exists.
the location. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a little too far out.
Okay. We push. Fast and hard. We're just breezing through. So, like, multiple of their buildings are being hit within the same night. So it's just pushing. Hopefully this all would have only taken us maybe 30 minutes each just to go in, quickly blast through, and maybe 20 minutes to the next one. So maybe an hour per edition.
Well, they're running. They're not on Hansback. They're running.
Yeah.
So it's a little longer than that, like 20. It's about 30 in, 30 to move to the next place. So it's been about, like...
About an hour. About an hour per victory.
Yeah, so it's been about 3 hours or so. So it's like middle of the night now.
Good, middle of the night. I can work with that. So yeah, we're gonna go to the last location. With my army dwindling so heavily, I'm gonna look at Cole along the way, and I'm gonna go, alright, so what we're gonna do for this one is, instead of having our forces break in and slaughter, we're going to need them for the last push. So what we're gonna do is going to be all up to us. I want you to cast Firestorm immediately. I will burst open the door, and we shall push. We've got this. Be you, me, Azeroth, Steve. The rest of them will stay back.
He nods, tighten the glove on his hand, ready to use it to its full potential.
I'm gonna go ahead, and the moment I get there, I'm gonna order Steve to do the same as well. The moment I get there, I'm gonna summon my spirit on the back of my Hans. The back of my Hans.
Alright. The spirit of an old man appears in the back of your Hans. Holding its staff like a lance, like Cavalier would have. Let's show these...
By the way, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the undead forces go around the encampment and go ahead and be making their way there. So we're
Oh,
gonna,
it's the main fort.
they're gonna go around and basically meet us along the way, because we're gonna be able to get there, meet up faster than it would take for them to go ahead and walk through. So we're basically speeding up the attack on the next building, on the final encampment, and saving all of their forces. So Robin, for example, and his clay golem will meet us there as we take out this encampment and meet him along the way. So.
Right then.
Yep.
So you prepared to blast through this fort?
Yes, I'm prepared. Firestorm everyone who's standing outside. Push through the door, lightning speed. I'm assuming Cole's going to order Esarath to take care of any of the stragglers who are outside, as basically me, Cole, and Steve just push the keep.
Yeah, actually, I would say probably Chance and Hans are probably like sweeping around the area, make sure no one escapes, whereas Ezroth and Cole beat down any of the larger groups. With Cole, you and Steve just like bopping, lobbing shit into the hordes or into the mobs.
That's our plan. So feel free to take it from here.
All right. So the sky turns black as you blast through the door, fire raining down, sweeping up any of the smaller crowds into the single targets as you fly in. Hans and Chance flank around the sides. Any of the people who decide to jump over a wall or try to escape out back door get slaughtered. And then Ezroth flies in a fury, flies into the large band of crusaders that have gathered to try to protect themselves and fight against you. Cole, you, and Steve, as well as the two undead spirits, just volley fire the defending line. Their shields being pierced by our magic. And the moment a hole in their defenses, is formed, Ezroth just flies straight into it, just starts cleaving them down. No one able to stand in his way. Anything else you want to throw in there?
So what's their main building look like? Their main defensive structure, besides their wall? Because I'm assuming they have smaller little buildings on the sides, but what does their primary main structure look like?
Unlike the last one, which had more a normal keep, for to house troops, this one seems like it was made to be a defensive structure. So it has
basically a small castle.
Yeah, it has a place for archers to fire at you and lob down more holy water and small bombs and things like that.
Can I focus fire the archers?
Oh, certainly. The undead.
I'm doing cover fire while they face the melee. I'm specifically using my fray dice to cause spikes to pierce through the windows, lobbing balls of dark shadowy lightning straight through the windows and their surrounding structures to cave in the openings. Any of the individuals who seem to be holding the bombs, especially, I'm going to lob at first. And just
do you try to strike any of their bombs out of their hands?
I'm striking them directly.
Okay. I'm saying you want to try to blow up their bombs in their hands, is what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah, one, as he lights it, you just strike him to the head. He falls over a bomb rolling on the ground. You see his companions look in fear as the bomb explodes, blasting much in the way. The wall getting blown out. Letting you see into the keep a little bit more. You pepper the rest of the archers with a myriad of bone spikes and fire bolts and, whatever else cacophony of bullshit you want to fire at them. As their troops slowly dwindle, a reinforced door lies ahead of you.
Nice.
What do you do?
I walk up to it, shattering hand.
How much damage does that do?
It doesn't. It just blows. The thing is, okay, so let me read to you specifically. Shattering hand. It's right here actually. Commit effort. And I already have it always. Commit effort. Your melee attack rolls, fray dice are always maximum possible. You can destroy barriers as thick as 5 feet of stonework in front of you in one round's action, smashing them with a blow or as part of your movement action. Magical
It is
shove-
it's
magical
a
shove-
metal reinforced door.
It doesn't really matter.
Not stonework, it's metal.
Yeah, but it says 5 feet of stonework. You can destroy barriers as thick as 5 feet of stonework. So it doesn't necessarily specify it has to be stonework. It's just basically such as 5 feet of stonework.
All right.
If it's reinforced, I would probably say, depending on how thick it is, maybe, because I don't think the door is going to be more than a foot thick. Because a foot is a lot of wood.
It's a lot of material.
Yeah.
I would say, like, it's not the full. It's only 5. Well, it's 5 feet. It's a good bit of distance.
5 feet of stonework is massive.
Yeah. I would say you're not able to, like, it doesn't blast with the full effect like before, but you're still able to, like, at least, like, every turn you're able to blast, like, a person-sized hole in the door, As you just carve the door open. Your undead flooding more and more.
Oh, remember, we don't have undead here.
Right, you undead this
We
time,
don't
never
have
mind.
undead here.
You blast the door open then. The defenders waiting behind their shield walls with spears, prepared to battle you. What do you do?
Yeah, so I'm leaving the bulk of their forces to Azeroth and Cole, because Cole can just be a ranged support for him. Azeroth is basically a one-man army on his own. As basically myself and Steve are doing cover fire for against any of the support units they may have, like archers, bombers, clerics, anything
especially
that can heal them, help them, or just miscellaneously affect Azeroth's ability to kick ass and take names. There are focus fire, and then if we happen to have spare ammunition, you know exactly where that's going. But otherwise, Cole and Azeroth are basically just focus firing their main forces. So Azeroth is melee, Cole is straight up just basically covering his back. So if, say, for example, someone goes to swing at his back, just firebolt to the face. While he's just cleaving through their forces. And we're just making sure that they don't survive. And all of us, we don't just get peppered by arrows.
Defense works perfectly. You're able to, you work together, and none of the arrows are able to really none of the archers are able to get any real good shots at you, as you just blast through the fort.
Because I'm assuming at this point the inside is going to be pretty cramped. So there probably isn't going to be more than like there isn't going to be more than like 4 or 5 archers that are able to make their way over there. And then
once you get inside, the archers and bombers aren't really an issue anymore. It's mostly just knights with like shields, swords, spears, that kind of thing.
So we're basically just all doing the same thing as Cole for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I have good Frey dice. I'm pretty sure Cole has Frey dice now.
He does. He had Frey dice before. He doesn't have like more power. He doesn't have the double Frey dice just yet, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but he has Wizard's Wrath, so he can actually affect anyone with Frey dice.
He doesn't have it yet.
You didn't give it to
him? To get the True Strife shit he has, that's 2 levels.
Well, no, I'm not saying True Strife. Just the gifts he gets.
He doesn't get any lesser gifts. We talked about this, remember?
Did he not?
They don't get any gifts automatically. No.
Damn.
They can get any gifts.
Right. Because you didn't give him the talents. You didn't give him the talents that would have given it to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. There isn't any worthy foes anyway here.
Yeah, fair enough.
Plus, there isn't really a lot of worthy foes for him anyway, because he has
You should have two levels, right? So you should have like 2 hit dice.
7.
Why does he have 7?
Well, it's 4 to start because he's a hero.
Oh. Okay.
He gains 2 1 because of Constitution modifier, and then he gains 1 per level because of toughness.
Fair.
So there isn't really a lot of things that count as worthy foes for him.
Everything here, basically, to be fair, like everyone in the party would be a lesser foe to him, I guess, health-wise.
Yes, they would. So he's just absolutely annihilating them.
Yeah. I mean, his power level was still on par with us, but his health is pretty on par with myself. I mean, not completely, but I mean, he's got 8 HP or so.
7.
7. Okay. That's still pretty good. 7 HP.
Well, he's NPC. It's 8 HP then, because of what's his name?
Yeah. Bam. Plus he gets +1 to hit.
Oh my god, Azeroth is fucking ridiculous.
Remember, well, I'm talking about Steve's shit.
I was saying, he's ridiculous with that buff, is what I'm saying.
Yep. Azeroth also gets the +1 buff. Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, he's. You see him just bathed in like necrotic light, as these like murky waters come flying up as he slashes them with water. I mean, if he ever does actually take damage, he can, bot them with his extra water. But I'd say he probably doesn't really take much damage at all.
I mean, there's
maybe
lots,
the occasional
there's lots
scrape
of foes here, but I mean, he has lots of AOE. Cole has lots of defensive capability.
If he takes if he takes 1 damage, the thing is though, takes 1 damage, that can be reset with Hope of Dawn. So it's no lasting damage.
No, so
like if he takes damage that doesn't go into his actual HP, but just hits the bonus HP, usually just like, play back your activity. Give me a second. You see just a blast of like unholy light shoot out as if it was water, just crushing the enemies at the offending nerd.
Yes. But yeah, once we've pushed through most of the keep, I'm just gonna literally demolish the building, straight up. Just do the best I can to take out the supporting walls, bring it down, and then we are hopping on the road and rushing towards the other forces, meeting back up with them.
You sprint down the pathways, going towards the rest of your forces to assault the main keep. Huntsback.
So
soon after that, you manage to get to the actual, you see the massive keep ahead of you. It has spikes outside the walls. The walls and door are magically reinforced. This place has been here for a while.
Yes.
This place is an absolute fortress. Mm-hmm. But outside the wall stands a single man. Thick black leather bracers on his hand. As he stares you and your forces down, prepared to fight. You can feel the divine energy leaking off of him. This is no mortal man. This is a Godbound.
Okay.
No, I'm not making your roll initiative, don't worry. No. I will say, you can feel that his power is lesser to yours, meaning he is a lower level to you. And therefore you won't be able to absorb him.
You can't absorb even if they're low level?
If they're lower level than you.
Really? Is that how we're running it?
Yes. Just so, because then otherwise you just keep killing low-level Godbound to level up really fast.
I mean, yeah, but that's kind of a tactic, I mean, you don't. The thing is, you don't get much out of it. Like if there's like the stronger you are, it's kind of like a drop in a bucket kind of situation,
Yeah.
Where it's like,
I would say
you don't get a lot of impact out of it, but you might still get something.
You will, regardless, you'd still get like an artifact from them, which is already a power boost in itself.
I suppose.
Instead of just absorbing them.
I suppose. Okay. All right.
Trust me, you can already tell he's not the leader of this fort.
I'm not worried about that. So does he look like he's a god or a blank?
God.
Okay, so he's actually born this way. He's not just a blank. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would think Godbound would be the born ones versus blanks who would be actually.
If it's a blank, I will tell you it's a blank. Don't worry.
I just wanted to make sure that we're not getting fucky wookie on it.
Don't worry.
So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna halt the forces right there, because I'm assuming he's basically the first line of defense here, and everyone else is basically holding up to see what happens afterwards.
Yeah, they're all like on the wall and stuff like that waiting. I also this man is big, like 8 or 9 feet tall, and he's just rippling muscle.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and look over at our party, and I'm gonna take a look over at Robin, who's probably right behind me. I'm gonna go, when we cast Firestorm, command the undead to charge.
He nods to you.
No. I'm gonna look over at Cole and say, the moment we finish this fight, and he is defeated, once that man hits the floor, burn this. Burn this. Would you consider it to be a city almost, like a little town?
I would say a fortress. It's just a fortress.
So it's just a really big fuck off fortress.
Yes.
Okay. So their main capital, basically, their actual their dominion location is just further down, just not. But this is basically right up on their doorstep, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Past this is their main their home territory.
And in that home territory is basically going to be their big main city.
Yeah, they're
which
actually
is going to be substantially it's going to be well defended, but it's not the same, you know.
Yeah, it's a big city, a big wall around it, and a big stone wall. A lot of people inside of the place, but this place is dense.
Like, this place is their military center. If you destroy this, they have their military is crumbled. Okay.
Yeah, well, this is a large part. Well, large part of this area. There might be more military, another.
Well, of course, I'm not saying that their main city would be undefended, but
yeah. I'm saying there might be more actual full military hubs like this, but they're not anywhere nearby. They're in other territories.
Okay. So basically, if we can destroy this place, we've captured this territory. Okay.
It's just based on another region, yeah. Because I would say on either side of the fortress are these big mountain ranges, so it's a good defendable location. Okay. This is the last. If you can take this place, you're good to basically start charging into their home territory.
All right. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm basically just gonna look over at them and say, all right. As we're kind of trotting up a little bit slowly up towards the man. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna look over at Cole and say, if the archers start firing, go ahead and cast it. Because if those archers start making this fight unfair, then we might as well charge.
Nods at you and prepares the glove.
But I will need everyone's help here to defeat this god. Cole, are you ready for your first major fight?
You see his eyes in a fiery red. Yes, I've been honing my power with Azeroth. I believe I can be of assistance in this fight.
Good. I'm hoping everything that we've learned up to this point hasn't only been foolishness. This man seems strong, but I feel I sense that we have much stronger foes leading up. But this will be a good benchmark for our strength. Let's go. As I'll go ahead and push on the reins a bit, kind of crack them a little bit, and have the hunts move a little bit faster, but not like a gallop by any means, just so we can get up to him within speaking range.
Okay. You run out to him. He's just standing there waiting for you to arrive.
Yeah, we arrive a decent distance away, a respectable combat adversary speaking distance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You see him stand. I will say actually, you feel divine power off him. I wouldn't say he's a full Godbound even, because he only has one word, and so I'm not having roll initiative. But he is someone definitely of a, he has divine power within him and around him. He's this massive Herculean man. He stands up in booming voice. You have finally found yourself at my doorstep. Need not worry, the archers won't fire until our battle has concluded.
Right as we get there, I'm going to raise my hand, and as I kind of pull my horse a little bit to the side as everyone kind of stops. So I hear him say that. I'm going to call back out to him and go, "What is your name, scum?"
He looks back to you and says, "I need no name."
Pretentious, I see. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you out of character though. The man's just a fucking dumbass. The man
Oh, it doesn't.
is
It
a dumb
doesn't. It
stat.
doesn't matter though.
Lucian goes, I live for fighting and fighting alone. Now, give me a good show. Also, are you just gonna send in the Mortal Boys to come kick this guy's ass, or are you gonna join in as well?
Oh, I'm joining in. The movie says, "Give me a good fight." I'm gonna look over at him as I look up at the archers, as I'm gonna go, I will revel in the defeat of this fortress. Prepare yourself, villain. As I'm going to go ahead and hold on. I'm going to immediately cast let's go ahead and do what, like, how far away do you reckon he is? Like
120 feet.
120 feet. Let me see here. I'm just trying to check out distance real fast. Let's see here. Okay. Here we go. 30 feet. Okay, so I can't do blindness slash deafness. So that was going to blindness slash deafness. Is that? Oh, wait. Perfect. What I'm going to do... Ooh, no, I don't want to commit effort for that. Okay, fuck it. Whatever. I am going to cast...
I was gonna tell you right now, this guy ain't the main Godbound of this fort.
I know.
Just save your strength.
I know. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna cast Chill Touch. I'm just gonna cast
All right.
Chill Touch. I think that's a spell attack, if I remember correctly. It's like a
It is.
attack roll.
Don't rather roll. We're doing some theater of the mind.
You sure? Because I can
Yes.
roll that attack.
It's fine. This guy's just gonna have a okay. Yeah, fine. Roll it. AC of 3.
AC of 3.
Yeah.
Hit. Nice.
Exactly.
Chill Touch is a D8.
Wow, you really almost.
Was that streak damage 1?
That's your damage 1.
Wow. Okay.
You hit him, but you don't.
It doesn't really matter. Chill Touch, he can't regain hit points.
Yeah, he can't heal, but you're not doing any damage to him. The skeleton hand grips against his chest and tries to drain him of vitality. As he simply laughs it off, his body just bursting with energy still.
See, that's nice and all. Frayed Ice. Question,
Okay.
he's a lesser foe, right?
No, he was normal.
Well, he's a level lower than me. He's a lesser foe.
Oh, yeah, to you, yeah.
I
Yeah,
do
he's
8
lesser
damage.
anyway. It's rolled straight still. Is Frey Dice rolled straight?
I think it is against lesser foes, isn't it? Oh no, Frayed Ice would be
No.
against
It's mobs, I think.
Against mobs, it is. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. 2 damage. 2 damage.
2 damage, okay.
2 damage. Would that still kill him?
Well, no. He's still a godbound. He's still a pseudo divine. He still has
okay.
a lot of HP.
Okay, so he's still okay. All right.
Yeah, he's not like a full on like he has a word of
So
power.
he
still.
does have like quote unquote play. He has player statistics. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like that case that's 2 damage. As what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm going to have a couple darts of bone just poke out of the ground and then just fly up into like his legs. Just have some like little bone syringes just pew, pelt out of the floor.
Doing this, it lets you slow him down, so he's like not able to move as fast as your mortal boys get ready to jump into action.
Can I have Steve go next?
Sure. You want to just do the same, just bopping with damage?
Oh no, that's a D10 auto hit.
Yeah, it's just bopping with damage.
I can't remember if he does straight damage or not. I
Don't think so.
don't think so, but I could be wrong. Let me see here. D10 straight. He does D10 straight.
Does he?
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can post it in chat if you want.
I'm just surprised it does that much.
Yeah, it says it right there. If you look right down here at the bottom, it inflicts a D10 straight damage.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you bop him with,
Steve's going to hit him for an auto hit. NPC straight damage. 8 damage. Steve is going to rip like massive links of like spine like cords out of the ground with like razor sharp bony spikes at the end with like little barbs across, like kind of like how a stereotypical like heart-shaped demon tail is. You know, that kind of shape at the end, but it's kind of like just basically just an arrowhead at the end, made of just solid bone, slinking back with like a spinal cord length of a tail, as it just multiple of them burst from the ground and just impale him. And that's his one thing he can do for the turn. I'm sorry, that's he still has an action, but he doesn't really have anything else he can really do. If that makes sense.
It stabs through his like sides and something like a bit. You gotta hear him cough, but as he takes a step back, the spine's breaking out of him. He's a little slowed down, but he isn't really. It's not really damage him really too much. As the others get ready to go, should Cole unleash his full power?
You can completely roleplay Cole and
I'm going to.
Go for it.
He's gonna go full power then. You see Cole lifts a hand, takes a deep breath. As he opens his eyes once more, his body becomes inflamed with power as he starts charging up a powerful blast of fire magic. Hans and Chance, I'm gonna have them go first. He's just preparing his attack as Hans and Chance dive in, slashing at the giant's legs. I got this list. I was saying to slow down, have them just.
I mean, I can roll to see if they even hit.
That's what I'm doing now. They're gonna dive in. Alright, if you want to roll them, you can.
Sure. That's a hit.
Yep, roll both.
That's a hit as well.
Okay.
They do 1d8, which is already on the board, so that's 1 damage and 1 damage. 2 damage each.
Yep.
That's a lot so far.
Yeah. They ride in and slash his legs, impeding his movement even more, as Cole finishes his chant. You see embers and flames start to float around him. As he simply says the words, Scorching Ray. Do I have a thing for this?
That is 3 spell attack rolls.
It is, yes.
3 spell attack rolls. Do you need that set up for you?
It's fine. I'm right typing it in now. It's a D6. Is it how many D6 is it?
3d6 each.
Damn. Okay, I'm gonna have him roll your attacks.
That's why you have to set it up as a damage roll, and you have to set it up as a spell attack. You don't need multiple.
Yeah, I already had the spell. We're good.
Yeah, you don't need attacks set up as damages.
AC is of 3. Yeah, we're all good. I already have it all in there now. It's fine. And he already has the +1 bonus. Yeah, we're all good. It's a miss. Damn.
That's just 1. He gets 3 separate attacks.
Oh yeah, true. The second attack blasts out. It's another miss. Wow. He missed 3 times in the fucking row.
Because he rolled a 9, a 5, and a 12.
Wow. This guy's decent AC.
He does have decent AC.
Yeah, 3 AC is really good. So as he fires off 3 blasts of flame, the flames around him do not subside as a fucking turret, he still is ready to fire again at a moment's notice. The 3 beams of flame fly across the field. He's able to just barely duck under as all 3 fly over him, slamming into the door behind him, leaving searing flaming marks on the door, having melted the door. to some degree.
Oh, Cole, you dumbass.
But it's not over just yet, as Azeroth sprints into the fray. Grabbing his sword in both hands, he prepares to cleave. It's another miss. What the fuck? Everyone's rolling so low.
Man's already taken 13 hit points in damage. I'm surprised this
Yeah.
man's alive.
It's quite a lot of HP. He may not have a lot of gifts and words and shit, but he's gonna have HP.
Fucking Christ.
He's literally just called the Ogre Knight.
Apparently, man's built like a
Yeah.
shit brick house. He has more HP than I did, and I have decent hit points.
Yeah. Well, I did the NPCs get more HP because the other NPCs and they get more HP because you can absolutely end them if they have less than that.
Well, yeah, but if they have player stats, you know.
Shh. They don't. That's the point. Because NPC gods can have multiple actions and shit like that. So, Ezra sprints forward, bringing his sword up, swinging it at him, but being caught by the Gargantuan Knight. As he laughs at you guys. Is that all you have? Petty god. He stands at full height once again. Staring down your boy Azeroth. Because that is, I think, that's all you guys got this turn.
That is everything we've got. Actually, no, spirits.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Have them with fire.
Yeah, we would have resummoned them between scenes for sure. 'cause
Yeah,
we
you're
did
all
that
good. You're all good.
So, yes, 2 spirits. Let me go ahead and roll their attack. One miss. And 1 hit. Nice. Blammo. 2 damage.
2
damage.
2 blasts.
one little bolt.
Fly. Wait, yes, okay. So 1 blast flies over his shoulder as he's about to laugh at you once more. 2nd blast hits him right square between the head. He slumps back a little bit, blinking. Ugh, at least some of you have decent aim. Now for you. As he stares down your boy. So he does 1d10 straight and 2 attacks per turn. Azeroth can die in 1 hit of this. Alright, everyone.
Nah.
Pray for Azeroth.
Well, is this a normal attack or is it?
Yeah. Yeah, normal attack.
Oh my god. How much HP does Azeroth have? Shouldn't he have like
7?
He should have
8?
comparable to Cole.
Well, yeah.
Because Cole has maximum 14, doesn't he?
What? No, that's wrong. Because that's the auto max is based on your character sheet, whereas the NPC max is, or the health they would have is different.
Okay.
So to go by the current. Anyway, so he hits, doing 9 straight damage.
9 straight damage? My god.
Azeroth staring death in the fucking eyes. You see him brace. As what was it? What's that? This one. There we go. There, this one. As he commits effort.
It's effort. Do what?
It's not reduced damage. It doesn't. All right. I have the wrong ability. Yeah, he goes down on a single strike. I thought he had the ability to reduce the damage we would have taken,
Yeah.
but he does not. I think, right? I'm rereading it real fast.
Oh, no.
Okay, no, I was wrong, Yeah, he takes the strike. I don't think he even had... Yeah, he has nothing else to block this, as he takes the strike straight to the chin. Dropping down to -1 HP.
This man has plus 10 to hit. What the fuck?
Yeah. It's actually surprisingly common. At this level. I know.
Plus 10 to hit. But Azeroth has like plus 2. And that's wild.
Well, no. He has a... How much does he have? No, Azeroth has +5.
Well, yeah, but still plus.
He's plus 3 up, but I know.
Just that with a plus 3 sword. Yeah, that's crazy.
Actually, no, it'd be more than that because he has his levels as well. I'll be 2, 4 plus 9. You know, Azeroth is plus 7. Azeroth has plus 7. He adds his level to it as well. So it should be plus 7.
So there's d20 plus 2 plus 5.
He would
7,
2,
7
3.
plus the armor class, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And even just 7, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And this man is supposed to be a lesser foe. That's wild.
Well, he's a champion, so he's like,
I'm not complaining. I'm just in shock.
As he just slams down, Azeroth gets flung back a few feet, tumbling, unconscious.
Yep.
As the rest of you stare, like, oh shit. And he does have 2 attacks, so
Okay.
he sprints forward.
Well, he has 2 enemies in front of him.
They're haunts back to the sides. Yeah, he has haunts and chance. Well then, he's gonna swing on. Let me roll. I'm gonna flip a coin or anything like that. He hits chance. He attacks chance.
Okay.
What's chance's AC?
3. I'm sorry, it's 2.
2.
Actually. Nice.
Didn't he roll there as well? Yeah. So you see him. Oh, this is with his hands. By
He
the
rolled
way.
a 4, and he rolled a
Almost.
4.
Yeah.
He
has a
almost
really
hit?
high to hit.
What the fuck? It's wild. Yeah, that's wild.
You see him swing a second time. But luckily, due to them being on Hans's back, they were able to deftly dodge his blows. Don't worry, you can get some less for this fight.
It's fine. I got it.
Now it's your turn again.
I'm gonna run on over to I'm gonna use my horse and Ronce. No, I'm gonna ride on over to Esarath, and I'm gonna commit effort.
Okay.
I'm going to summon forth energy within my palm. As I grab the reins, lean down halfway off the horse, holding on to the haunts by my legs, and basically just slap him, run my hands across his back as I slide past him. As I do the miracle, I use a sorcery, and I cast Cure Wounds.
Oh.
However, I do so via necromantic means. I am going to go ahead and pull the life force from the ground around us in a very similar way to the way my horse, my haunts, draws energy in from the ground to sustain itself, but on a much more rapid scale. As I feed the flames from the ground underneath the haunts, siphoning its own power through myself, conjuring the flames to snake across from the reins through me and the life force around him on the dirt and this scattered bits of grass and weeds of the courtyard, just in one pale whoosh, wither and die as I run my hands across the wound on his I'm guessing he basically got slashed, right?
No, his bare hand, so he got crushed.
Hands. Okay, so he got crushed. I'm gonna run my hands across his back because I'm assuming he's laying face first in the ground.
No, actually probably face up because he got hit, so he got flung backwards.
So I'm gonna run my hands across from his belly up towards where his collar would be, as I basically just reach on down, almost hanging off the horse. I impart the energy into his body, demanding the weave rework this man's internal structure, ripping bone back into place and suturing it closed for even just a moment.
Roll a healing on that.
5.
Alright, heal him for 5.
But that's my one effort for the scene. So this entire rest of the battle, I cannot use any other bullshit magic from any other spell list. I am stuck doing what I have. And then what I'm going to do is I kind of pull myself back up on the haunts, heaving from exhaustion. I'm going to rip my hand up and over towards the man as I just rip my hand down. As I call forth multiple long tendrils of snaking tendons and wiry bits of flesh rip up from the ground, and then just grab him around the shoulders, rip back down into the ground, and then just constrict before just snapping right after being pulled so tightly that it snaps under its own force. 2 damage.
Alright.
Steve will then go ahead and, running by my side, 1d10. 8 damage, let's go! 8 damage, let's go!
He's gonna drop below half now.
What, below half? Holy shit.
You're getting there, dude. Like, one more turn, he's fighting
Below
dead.
half.
To be fair, he'd been much closer to death or dead if everyone besides you did not miss.
No shit. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is Steve is going to rip his hands up as those snaking bones spines that were from earlier cobble back together off the floor, and then snake around his legs, and then just erupt with spikes. Basically just wrapping around like a constrictor snake and then just erupting like a porcupine. Just exploding around him.
His body is just like, he's covered in a myriad of wounds as he just bleeds from everywhere. You see him kind of start being a bit weary and starting to slow down. Still just like laughing to himself. Hans and Chance get ready to get back into the fight.
It is around this period of time where he starts kind of staggering himself up. I'm going to look down at Ezrath and yell, "Get up!"
Ezroth just silently you seem to jump up just back onto his feet as you see his eyes glow with like that necrotic fury as he just dashes forward. Once again, I'm gonna have Hans and Chance come on in to soften him up, as well as Cole ready.
You know what?
Have them
Let me
both
go
attack.
ahead and do the spirits first. So
Okay.
we get those out of the way, because before I forget.
Yeah.
Hit. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Miss. 1 damage. That's fine.
Hmm?
Do a little pew. Pew. You know.
One ball of energy kind of hits and just fluffs off. The other one blasting to the other part of his chest, leaving some. You just kind of see like the necrosis starting to set in. He kind of staggers a bit as Hans and Chance both sprinted on Hans back. Their blades at the ready. Have them both attack real quick.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I can. Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
3. Oh, wait, hold on. That is also +1, but that doesn't matter. Let me go ahead. 3, because Golden Dawn. Yeah, both miss.
They both once again ride in to slash at his legs and chest, but this time he saw it coming, so you see him quickly dodge out of the way of their strikes. Because while he may be a big lumbering oaf, it's still fairly easy for him to kind of step out of the way of them. As Azeroth and Cole prepare their attacks. Azeroth just prepares his weapon and prepares to swing it at him and strike him at the chest. Come on, Azeroth. Come on,
get
you
your
got
ass
this.
in there. Go, buddy. Remember, you do have +1. He does have +1.
It's already inputted, man.
I'm just saying.
It's already inputted.
+1 isn't gonna help.
Nat one.
Oh my god, you're kidding me. Man. Azeroth's throwing, boys. Azeroth's throwing.
Before I say what he does, I'm gonna have Cole attack with his things. As you see, once again, the flames around him condense in front of him to 3 orbs of energy, as they all fly out with rage at him.
Hey, that's 1. That's good. That's good. That's a miss. Goddamn.
God damn it.
Okay.
He's also gonna Cole is after he fires the 3 bolts of energy, he's gonna sprint forward in front of
Leveled spells roll straight against lesser
right.
foes.
Yep. And so he's gonna roll
3d6 straight. Fuck yes.
9 damage.
Fuck yes. Let's go.
2 of the bolts one bolt flies over one shoulder and one flies under the other arm. He's laughing as the final bolt is dead center in the chest.
Keep in mind, these bolts, when they hit the environment, are not just little pew. They are massive explosions.
Yeah, like I said earlier, they hit the door and start melting a magically enhanced door.
Yeah.
The magically and metal reinforced door, it's melting it. And you see a bob in his chest. It explodes on impact as he staggers back, his chest seared and blackened. As he looks up, his laughter having stopped. As he prepares another attack. But Cole sprints forward. Prepares self-defend.
In melee?
Oh, you'll see. Actually, wait, before I have him do that, we could just recheck over a certain ability.
I'm just gonna fucking say, bro.
Yeah.
Man's a mage. Man, chill.
Yep. So the first strike. Where is the attack? There we go.
Man's
There's AC 3 because of the whole, he has protection. He has shield. All right, he attacks.
He's gonna beat his ass.
So you see him just raise his fist, slam it down. He brings up a shield of energy to block it. The shield shatters.
Cole,
hit him in the stomach. He's actually doing pretty okay because he has the 1 extra HP from what's it called, by the way. So
I'm sure he's doing okay. I'm gonna assume that the shield took the brunt of the impact, but man, fuck.
but the shield took a lot of it. The Hope of Dawn took a good amount of it more. Make sure we just run on max HP real quick. So it clears up you see the divine energy also help assist the shield as it also shatters. You see him kind of step back. His mouth leaking a small amount of blood as he gets ready to take a second strike. As they're all looking in confusion and fear as his friend and commander tries a second strike. He attacks again, but this time the shield's much more powerful. Brings up in full force. It hits. A loud, thunderous roar erupts, and pressure flies off as he successfully defends against the attack.
Gotcha.
Oh, do you know why I had him do that? Guaranteed once per day, he can evade or block a physical or magical attack that would kill him.
Wow.
Automatically. 9 lives. It's a common fucking talent.
For Cole?
Yeah, I gave him 9 lives.
Fuck, man. Okay.
I gave him fuckery resistance, basically.
Fair enough. All right. So it's my turn again.
Unless you want to have Cole or someone else attack first.
I am going to yell Cole's name as I flick the reins of the haunts, as I just push power into this haunts. Its flames billow out the sides of its gaps in its rib cage and inside its stomach, as its nose just kind of puffs out massive balls of fire and smoke. As I rush on up, flick my wrist to the side, as I cast Vampiric Touch, coat my entire arm in black flames. I reach on forth, and I roll a melee attack.
3 AC.
Wait. Question.
No, you don't get Hope of Dawn.
Oh, that's not what I was asking. I was gonna ask
Okay.
if I get any type of like flanking bonus at all.
No, that's not in this game.
I was just wanting to ask.
I know, I getcha.
Damn. Okay.
Okay, so
Barely miss.
while you
Barely.
shoot your shot, you want to have any of the others go at the same time?
Oh,
Hopefully,
I'm
you know.
about to cast a spell. I'm about to do my fray dice anyway, but I just want to know how
Okay.
he evades it.
So as you swing your arm at him, he definitely just takes a step to the side. Kind of, you're regaining his footing after a second. And he looks at you and goes, "The petty god joins the fray."
I'm gonna open my hand and just blast him with a small torrent of electricity. Just, you know, that's gonna be 2 extra damage. As right as he finishes saying that, I'm just gonna zap him in the face with a small torrent of electricity.
You hear him just roar in pain as you just the steam and smoke coming off of his head.
Damn.
You can see him getting fatigued and slowed.
Steve is
All
gonna
right.
come up behind me. 4 damage. As he's then going to basically take the initiative and raise his hand right as he finishes getting shocked. He's basically gonna have building up behind him on his side away from on his right side away from the enemy. He's gonna be basically charging up a small energy ball of just condensed electricity and necrotic magic. As he passes by right behind me on Hornsback, point it right in his face, and just like a small 5-foot cone, just blast where he's standing with a volley of shadow necrotic energy and snickering black lightning. Just with a quick explosion of just spray of magic. Hit him for 4 damage.
He falls down to one knee. You see him just, his entire body just steaming, and just, the body that's once full of vitality and energy now looks just weakened and drained as he got hit with so much necrotic energy. The 2 more blasts just fly right into his shoulders.
Oh my god! That's 1 and 4. So the one that was behind...
He's actually dead.
Wow, the one that's behind me is just basically, as I pass, he's just basically gonna put the staff to his chest and then just like a fucking taser almost. Just add to the sickness. And then as I pull away and Steve comes on up, the last one, you know, I'll leave how the magic gets done by Steve's spirit up to you. Feel absolutely free. 4 damage. Ghost spirit.
You hear just yell, "Take this, you arrogant fuck!" As it just fires just an orb, like a teal-colored orb at him. Hits him in the chest. It just sticks to his chest. You see him look down. What was that? And you see just start arcing with, like, evil, like I said, snickering black lightning. As it dances across his entire body, he starts to twitch. As once it ends, you see the steam come off his body as he kind of swings in the air a little bit, as he then just falls to the ground with a thunderous slam. As his body starts to glow with divine lights before condensing within itself, leaving a pair of thick black leather bracers on the floor.
That's nice. What I'm gonna do is, without taking any time at all, I'm gonna look down at Steve and say, "Get those." As I look over at Cole and say, "Now!" As I place both my hands against the reinforced door, and I'm gonna just shattering hand this thing until it fucking pops.
It is magically reinforced, so you can't do it in one turn, but you just, every turn, you see you just punching in more and more, as you can hear creaking. The archers attempt to, you see them pull their bows back, as you Cole just look up, raise his staff, and slam it into the ground, as just now much more focused beam, just like fireballs just slam down from the sky, doming them all, lighting the entirety of the catwalk on fire.
And
After a few turns, the door blasts open.
I could only assume the moment that the sky starts blasting fire down, we just hear the shambling begin.
Yeah. If you look behind you, you see just a sea of just rattle me bones as they all just march towards the fortress. Still a majestic army, not as big as it was, when you first started this conquest, but it's still an army to fear.
Blast that fucking door open.
The door doesn't even, it basically just tears off of its hinges as it just flies inward. And you see a mighty force inside. It's one to rival your own.
Oh, I'm not even halting. I'm going full force in. I still have vampiric touch active. If I get damage, that's fine. Rip and tear, boys. It can be healed. I roll max against these fuckers. Any wound I take, I grab one and rip them to shreds, and I just heal it max up right afterwards. That is what I'm doing. If you would like to roll numbers, I'm happy to. But just keep in mind, I roll straight and max. If I hit. Which would be, hold on. Let me just make sure I know exactly how much that would be.
Hey, boss. What? I think you did forget something, though. What? They are all elites, so they have overwhelm. So that's every single one you pass by, that's a d10 of damage.
To be fair, they're a mob.
Yeah.
So, not necessarily.
It'd be hardiness saves. Well, overwhelm is just it's an ability that mobs get, like elite mobs get. If they're fighting a single target, like not another mob, they can inflict 1d10 damage. Actually, no, you'd have to stay still long enough for them to do that. So yeah. I think you're just rushing on through, so it would just be a tax opportunity, I think.
Yeah, I'm basically just... Well, I mean, even that it's against a single mob, so the targeting rules for it, it would just be I go up to the mob and start attacking.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just trying to rush past them or something.
No,
okay.
I'm rushing.
You're just slamming right
I'm basically, thematically running into them and cleaving as I go.
You're doing what Azeroth does.
Yeah, I'm doing what
Azeroth does.
But mechanically, I'm just basically going up to the mob and attacking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, the thematic versus the mechanical.
Yes. Okay, so you start just ripping through them. You hit the first mob. I'm gonna say,
it's 3d6, so that is, that's 18 damage. I heal 9 on a attack.
Yeah.
I do max every time.
Let's let me find the fucking Crusader again. There we go. There we go. We also still got to 30 AC of 4.
If I hit, yes, I'm just saying. But I have 19 HP, so even if they do hit me, even with 10, I'm okay. You know.
Well, that's beyond them. That's a free action, not the normal attacks.
But
you do get a hardiness save to have the damage.
That's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna run up to the horde. Frey dice, that's 8 max damage.
Okay.
As I am basically just waving my hand up here. By the way, you do know how much max HP they have right now, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I guess we'll do one full turn of us, and then hope to God we don't all die. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is rush on up into their ranks. Pounce break their line by jumping up and into them. I
love that sentence.
I am going to point my stuff down underneath the haunts as I just concussive a opening, killing whoever is beneath me. That is 8 damage to the mob. Then I am going to go ahead and do a spell attack, melee spell attack against the mob itself. What's the mob's AC? 3?
4.
Fuck. Damn. That's so close. So close. I guess I miss, but that's okay. Wait, I still have 1 effort free. Where the fuck did I get 1 effort free? Um. Oh no, it doesn't change anything. All right, cool. Never mind. So, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is that's.
Wait, how much fairy dice damage was it, by the way? How much fairy dice damage
That's
was it
8
again?
damage. I always max.
8. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because of Shattering Hand, I always max my fairy dice.
I know. I just remember how much damage it was. That's
Yeah,
all.
it's 8. I have one hit. I have one fairy dice. Because I don't get any extra as a Godbound, as far as I know.
Yeah. You know, you don't get an extra fairy dice normally.
Yep.
Normally, you can't get extra fairy dice.
Yeah. So that is going to be 1d8 max. So that's 8.
Okay.
So
next is the spirits.
Yeah, and basically I'm just going to be cleaving in the best I can, but I'm not really hitting much as they're just basically moving out of the way. Spirits
I'll say like one like Valiant, kind of defends against, you kind of bump against his shield as he kind of stumbles backwards.
Miss. Yeah, that would have been 16 anyway. 24 hit.
Oh,
that is 2 damage.
Is it straight against them?
Hmm?
Then the they roll straight against these guys? Oh, I guess it's spell
mob.
attack, so...
It's a mob, regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they take straight anyway.
Not actually everything rolls straight against mobs. Fun fact.
What? I thought it was everything rolled
Yeah.
straight against mobs.
No, if you're like using like a normal sword and you're attacking, it doesn't roll straight. It has to be something that is AoE, basically, something that would reasonably hit multiple of them.
That's 1 damage, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, he's probably like a bolt of energy into the crowd, so I'd say I can pierce, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm allowing it here, so it's fine. It's magic attacks, it's fine.
Steve roll straight anyway. 3.
Wow, he rolled pretty low there.
Yeah, I know. Which is kind of cute.
I thought it was a spirit for a second there.
No, that's there.
That's a 3. I'm like, wow, spirit.
He's basically just gonna hold back behind the mob and just basically pull forth his hands up, as he's basically just gonna have a bunch of hands reach on up and grab at their flesh and rip calves from bones. A couple of people.
It just kind of it grabs a few people and just brings them to the ground, smashing them to the floor, causing fear amongst the men. As Cole prepares his just fucking bombardment of damage.
By the
Oh
way,
wait, no, it's Chance Taunts. Yeah. No, you're fine. You're good. There's
yeah,
Taunts attack.
that would have been miss. 4 + 1. That would have been a hit for 1 damage, or 0 on if you're rolling straight.
No, they will not roll straight against these guys.
Normal.
No.
So,
No,
yeah, that's Hans. He's the only one who hit and does 0 damage. There you go.
They kind of break up the lines a bit as you see Cole just channeling his dark magic.
Go for it.
First strike.
Bro,
Second.
you're joshing
Are you
me.
fucking
Cole.
kidding me? Finally!
Cole, you fucking dumbass. Roll better. Come
He
on.
missed by like 1 or 2 on both of those.
He did. I know. It's
Christ.
crazy.
Fucking Christ.
Man, this boy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? Anyway, so the 1 strike hits.
By the way,
This.
check
Oh,
it.
yeah, I heard music. Yeah, music. Inactivity again.
Ooh.
That's the thing.
That's
When he
17
hits,
damage. Whew.
they might be dead.
Fuck.
No, they don't. No, they still have a lot more. They still have a lot more HP came through.
17
That's like a lot of fucking. Yeah, that's a lot of fucking damage
That is
there.
a lot of
That's a lot of damage.
That's 17. That's max almost. He really made that 1 count. The others maybe a little too high, but pew, boom, that.
It's actually 8. Wait, that's 17 damage, you said, right?
That's
It's
17.
It's actually 18 damage because he has the Hellfire Staff.
Nice. 18 damage. Let's go.
Is it per dice roll? How did I write it? How did I write the Hellfire Staff?
If it's per dice roll, that is 20.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. It's
Then
just
18.
that.
Nice.
You see the 2 blasts fly overhead, just melting the floor behind them as they look in your figure as the 1 bolt hits the front. And just sends searing slag through them. As their melted friends kill a bunch of them. Just like splits the group in half. As here comes in right behind the attack, Azeroth just jumps into the fucking group. Do some shit, Azeroth. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on,
Don't
boy.
fuck it up again. Ezreal, go.
Let me check something real fast. Well, yeah, because Mountains Watch Away is per scene. And he didn't use this scene, so you see him jump into the fucking group.
Oh boy.
as he slams into the ground. This isn't gonna kill them, but this is gonna do a lot of fucking damage.
Nice.
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 9 damage. That's pretty good.
That puts them at and not a whole fucking lot of HP left.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Was it a small mob now? A small mob?
Actually, it's less than that. Actually,
Really?
there's literally like 3 guys left.
My God.
No, there's 3 guys. 2 of them are okay. 1 of them is injured. So you can slam in. The ground is like half melted as he slams in. As the ground then proceeds to just instantly cool the moment he hits. Actually, no, I see him. As he hits the ground shatters and boiling hot water flies up and just burns any of the ones who are remaining. 3 troops are left standing there, just shaking in their fucking boots, staring at Azeroth, just standing there, just death eyes back at them. And now it is their turn. They are going
left if my fucking one attack would have hit.
Can you guess who they're going to attack? Who do you think? Azeroth.
Yeah.
He's just the closest target.
He is the closest and the one who's done the most damage in melee.
Mm-hmm. So they're going to attack him with his nice, beautiful 3 AC.
No. No.
No. He does kind of actually think actually, yeah, he counts as a worthy foe because he is heroic and all that. So they are going to use Overwhelm on him.
Is it against one target?
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure.
You're still melee range, right?
I am still within melee range.
Oh, they attack you as well.
Okay.
Mob. They're a mob.
So
They can attack both.
That's just does that damage, right?
No. Not Overwhelm. They just normal attack you as well.
Oh yeah, no, none of those would hit.
No, they attack 3 more times against you.
Oh, go for it.
What's your AC again? 3?
It is 3, yeah.
Oh, not 33. 3, goddammit.
Miss.
This is so many misses.
Miss.
They don't have that. They don't have a very high plus to hit because they're normal guys. They're going to Overwhelm on Azeroth. They're kind of just like swinging wildly at both of you, try get you to go away. As they just then dart a doggy pile Azeroth. Or is that hardness? There we go. No modifier, just he fails.
Nice.
They doggy pile. They stab into him.
It's 10 damage. Oh, it's 10 damage. You only has 5.
It's 1d10. It's not straight, so.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it's
Still be
fine.
fine. That's 4. That's like what?
So that is it's 1 damage.
He's fine.
Drop him down to 3 HP left.
He's fine.
As you see him they doggy pile. As you see him just throw them off of him. As he rolls for a dice.
1
damage. One of the guy, 2 of them get thrown off of him, and the third guy gets stabbed through the stomach. Not quite dead, but you see him just coughing up blood in the corner.
Okay.
Do you want to go, or do you want to have Cole?
How much HP do they have left?
There's 2 guys. There's 3 guys. They have 3 HP each. So there's not a lot. They have about 6 HP.
Okay.
Yep. 7 actually, but still.
Yeah, I am going to use my Freight Ice. I'm going to pin all of them to the floor by reaching hands up and grasping their legs.
All right. You just crush them all with your 8 damage. It was 8 damage, right?
Well, it's 2 damage total. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 8 damage. So yeah, never mind. Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have essentially multiple spikes just fly up and spear them through from their compatriots' bodies. Basically, have their bones rip out of them and spear them. Basically like rib cages and femurs and stuff, just lengthen and just straight through them.
The bones of their teammates just murder them. Yay. Now all that lies ahead of you is the main keep. There's battles around you as the undead clash with any of the last defenders. As you're met at the last keep door. Ahead of you is the actual Godbound of this fortress, one of your level.
Oh,
are you prepared?
Here we go. All right. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run up to the gate, to the fucking keep, blow that bitch open.
You blast the door open, and you just see someone just sitting on a throne in front of you. Not a throne, but on on his chair in front of you, just waiting, drinking, at like a big dining table as he just sips his glass of wine. He stands up, kicks his chair from under him, as he just saunters across the room, past the tables, in like past tables like the little like entry area, nice open area.
Mm-hmm.
He throws down his wine that's shattering against the floor. He pulls a sword and he goes, "Ah, you finally made your way to my doorstep. Petty god invading my lord's territory. This shall be your end."
I'm gonna say to him, so you seem to be truly the only real challenge here. Prove to me that this won't be any more than a picnic, you worthless cretin.
He looks at you and he smiles. Quite a smart mouth on you. Let's see how smart it is when your head's detached from your body. That's the one. Yeah.
Right. Who's going first here?
You can.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is so. Oh, by the way, don't forget to select.
Yeah.
Let me select the correct one. There you go. All right, cool. All right. What I'm gonna do is I am going to rush on up to him, getting right up in melee. Right as I hop off of Hans's back, right before... Basically, I'm going to pull the Hans to the side and leap off, raising my left hand up behind me into the air, cloaked in the vampiric touch of shadows and death. As I raise my skeletal hand in front of me, letting go of my staff, which hovers slightly next to me, I just yell, "Ha!" as a massive concussive boom, Fray Dice, 2 damage, blasts right in front of him, right as I slash on down. What's his AC?
2, and also you... Yeah. Also, you take,
I take damage if I hit him?
No, you didn't hit him yet. No, you attacked, so you take damage as flames burn your body.
Well, that wasn't an attack. That was just my Fray Dice. It's not considered an attack.
Are you also attacking him?
I am attacking him now, but I haven't hit him yet.
Yeah, before the attacks are resolved.
Oh, wow, okay, cool.
Also, if you have multiple attacks, it does it on all of them, too. You take Fray Dice damage.
Hit, let's go! 18 damage.
Yeah, well, that's actually good with you, though.
I'm
because,
sorry, I'm sorry.
It's not,
it doesn't roll
he's
straight.
Not lesser.
It doesn't roll straight.
Roll
So
straight.
that is 6 damage each, so that's 2, 4, 6. 6 damage.
Wait.
And by the way,
and you heal.
That's what, 4 damage?
You heal from it. It's fine. Yeah, you heal from it.
I take 1
Yeah.
damage.
Well, it's the Fray Dice. You don't take straight Fray Dice damage, so it's like 1 damage. You heal back.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
fine.
no, I'm fine. So basically, the black... So basically, what he hits me with, like, what, black flames?
Actually, let me just quickly... Actually, it's also another point of damage, too.
Because
you
take... for 3.
Yeah, you heal for enough to clear all of it. As just fire, like, you see a halo of flame above him, as well as you feel your body just heat up and start, burning. And as you strike him, the halo just shoots... Actually, no, the other damage is afterwards. Actually, no, it's for resolved as well. Never mind, we're good. So with them strike you as you get into melee range, coating you in flames, burning your body. And as you slash him with your necrotic claw, you see the wounds just heal up. He looks at you and, raises an eyebrow as you strike him. He takes a step back, taking...
6 damage. 6 plus 2. That's 8 damage total.
So he takes 7 damage.
7? Okay.
Actually, no. Earlier when he took the 2 Fray Dice damage, he actually only takes 1. He takes 1 less damage from all sources.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
And so this was 7 damage.
Yeah, okay, so he would have just taken 6 total.
Yeah, 6 total.
6 total. That isn't too bad, though.
Yeah.
I mean, 6 damage is still 6 damage. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the undead spirit who will try.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. 2 damage, so that's 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and just roll all of these, and you can just like all the ones that are ranged real quick.
Yeah, roll them.
And then we will, and then you can describe those, and then we'll hop into whoever rolls into melee. 2, 1. So this is the other spirit that's in here. Nice. 3 damage. Fuck yeah. Ghosts going hard. Ghosts going hard. So man, that's so far that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage so far off his max. That's pretty tasty. And then there's Steve, who just does flat straight. Oh, 2 really? Oh my god. Rolls a D10 straight, rolls a 2. So he takes 1 damage. So basically, as I run on up and hit those, I'm gonna have the 2 ghosts just cast magic missile of some kind, elemental or not, and Steve is basically just going to pepper him with magic on the sides, basically around me. Almost like little spurts of magic missile, but it just fly around me and hit him in the back.
Alright.
So go ahead.
Do you have the melee boys rushing as well, or you only have Cole attack?
Yeah, but I figured you'd want to go ahead and describe everything that happened before they rush in.
So the 2 undead spirits, they fire their bolts of energy at him. They slam one into each shoulder as he kind of takes a step back. You can see the necrosis, like, his skin starting to turn gray on his shoulders as he blasts him in his chest. He brings a gout of, like, a shield of flame, blocking most of it, but you see his hand is slightly damaged from the blow as he looks up, ready to take on the rest of you. Do you send the melee boys in?
Yeah.
Oh, are you sure?
Oh, wait.
He does a lot of damage to melee characters,
Chance
dude.
and Haunts can't, because they'll die instantly.
Yeah, he does Fray Dice +1.
They will
damage.
Defend... It'll upon seeing the fire blast to myself, they would be a miss to do this. So they're gonna just defend Cole. The Chance and Haunts aren't gonna be a factor here. Cole and Ezrath.
Ezroth can't really do much either, because he gets in closer and she's gonna die.
Them.
Yeah, Ezroth is going to just guard Cole, as Cole lifts his hand, ready to just bop this man with fire. As you see him just wait, he thinks for a second and goes like... That's when he realizes. So Cole gets ready to fire his, normal bolts of flame, as he realizes that might not be the best.
He's a fire god, yeah.
It's not gonna work. So he instead fires. You see once again, his magic comes sporadic. He's trying to channel all of his energy.
Chaos Bolt.
As it hits, Chaos Bolt.
Does nothing.
No, it's this.
Oh, okay. Oh!
Max!
Is that both dice?
It's 2. Well, actually, it's not even all the damage. It's also another d6 of damage, too.
Why does it do another d6?
It does 2d8 plus 1d6.
Oh, fuck, man. So that is 18, so 17.
Well, no, it's not straight. It's not a lesser
It's not
foe.
straight? Okay.
No, it's not. But
Alright,
still rolled 3 times, so it is 5 damage.
That's 5. Yeah. No, no, that's
4.
That's 4 straight. That's 4 straight up. That's 4 outright. That's nice. That's 4 damage. That's pretty good.
And that was the one thing I forgot to do. Was grabbing the thing for Chaos Bolt. I want to see what element type it is.
Right, because you don't get to pick, don't you?
I get to pick between the 2 things. So sorry, thunder or it. I'm gonna do thunder. So the bolt hits his chest, just a blast, with a thunderous boom as it hits his chest, sending him multiple steps back. You can almost hear the cracks of his
Are
ribs.
you saying he's away from melee range from me?
Not that far. Not 5 feet back.
Damn.
It's like a step or so.
Damn.
As he looks up with fear in his eyes. A mere mortal dares to damage me this much? I will have your head. Etheroth gets prepared to block against this man.
Is he gonna dash? Like away
No.
from me?
No, he doesn't need to.
He's gonna do
You see him prepare. You see him just like lifts his sword as it just lights up in flames, and he just swings it as he shoots a wave of fire right at Cole.
Steve! Shred Black Ray!
I don't think that works here. It's
Why
only
wouldn't
against. It's an AoE effect or against specifically you or him.
Isn't that just against basically against all hostile effects that would, hurt us, essentially? Because this seems like the dictionary definition of when I would use this.
A power targeted at the area the Godbound occupies. Well, that's the thing, actually, though. It's a weapon attack essentially, because Searing Blade, it's a gift weapon.
Oh, it's a magic weapon.
Basically, yeah, it's Searing Blade. It's like one of the ones where like Murder Word and stuff that gives you a weapon with so much range. It's a projection from. It's a range
actually,
attack.
that should work.
Um.
That should work specifically.
Okay, I'll let you use the the effort on it to dispel the attack. But it doesn't dispel the actual blade itself, so he doesn't
Yeah,
actually.
it would just be the attack coming out of it.
Yeah, and he attacks twice in a turn. So, how much effort does Steve have?
Steve has like 3 spare.
So 2 of them drop down because he has 2 attacks. He
Oh, okay.
slashes twice. Steve raising his hands to block the strikes. But you can see like the light in Steve's eyes like dull a little bit as he starts to run out of steam. The man raises an eyebrow. I see you have quite a strong defensive ability. We'll see how long that lasts.
We will. I don't think we're gonna need many more turns. Okay, it's my turn.
It's his turn.
I'm just gonna call out to him as I go, "We will see." As I'm going to go ahead and raise my staff up right in his face again. Concussive blast. 2 damage, so 1 damage.
Wait a minute. Okay.
And
Hang on
then
1 second to check something.
Fuck.
God damn it.
Okay, so I take what? 2 damage. I'm gonna end up taking 2 damage.
Well, hold on, so he roll his. He rolls 1, so that's nothing there, and he rolls 1. Okay, that's 1 damage.
1 damage.
1 damage. Yeah, you attack, so it's 1 damage.
I'm fine. So I'm gonna blast him. I'm gonna try and sweep in the same way as I did before.
I see he ducks under your strike. Because he's a swordsman. He ducks under your strike. Fun fact, he doesn't actually have the sword word.
Yeah, fair enough. So that's everything I can do. But that doesn't mean that's everything everyone can do. So 2 hit, nice. Ghost is going hard. Yeah, kind of.
1 more damage.
Well, that's 1 minus 1. That's 0.
Oh, and 0. Never mind. Yeah.
0.
So the first strike, he kind of just deflects with his sword. The second strike hits him. You see this the embers of flame as the flames that block the attack.
That's good. That's good. 9 damage.
And as he looks up, you see just the gout of some array of energy from Steve. As he just, you see like he been hunched over slightly after taking those 2 strikes earlier. He stand up, takes all of that energy, and just blasts it back into him. You see him take a couple steps back after taking, that much damage. You see him just As you see his chest, just like you see him just like huffing, puffing, as his entire body just seems ragged. He seems thinner than he was before. Blood just dripping out of his mouth as he looks up at you. Do you think that this much will be able to kill me?
He's gonna look down at him as he goes, "You and your pathetic god."
We will see.
We will. Yeah, that's Steve and them, so it's just Cole now.
Cole fires Chaos Bolt once more. He's running out of Chaos Bolts.
He's running out of spell slots, I'm telling you that much.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have to take a month break after this.
Well, normally it's not really an issue.
Normally it's not, no.
Because he could use Scorching Ray infinitely.
Oh my god. Oh, that's right, he can use Scorching Ray infinitely now, can he?
Yep.
Yeah, because of his...
So he fires.
Yeah.
Once again, he repairs his twin strikes. The first one being caught once again by the man, the myth, the legend, Steve. But one strike gets through. Aimed at Steve. Actually, no. I would say... aimed at you.
I can take
3
it.
AC.
3 AC.
Actually, no. He aims at Chance.
Chance.
How much AC does Chance have?
He has
2?
2, but why?
If he kills someone with that flaming sword, they explode.
Fair. Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Fair enough. So he's not just targeting he's targeting the weak ones, the squishier.
The one he can make it explode. Actually, you know what? He aims at Azeroth.
Okay. Why is it because he
Being
looks
the
damaged?
he's most damaged looking. Mm-hmm. It's a hit. Rolled a 9, almost crit.
Oh,
It's not rolled. It's not rolled straight though. By the way.
Okay. How much damage is it?
4.
Oh, I mean he's unconscious, but he's not dead.
True. Would he still explode? Is the question.
I don't think so, because it would be like if it kills him.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
He is a negative 1. He's a negative 1 HP right now. Yeah.
Well, he isn't even a
it's
negative
gonna
1.
heal.
He should be at just straight. Because he took 1 damage earlier.
He had. Yeah, he had 3 health left.
He had
then.
5. Because I healed him. He had 5, and then he only took 1.
I healed him for 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I healed
So
him
he's
for
at
5.
0 then. I healed him for 4 then.
Nah, I healed him
Oh,
for
no,
5.
no, he
took
took 1 damage after that then, because then it dropped him down to 4,
so
and
he's
he's
a
taking
0.
4 now. He's taking 4 now. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so he's a 0.
Okay. He's low. You see him just get slammed in the chest. He holds himself together. You see the searing flames like crawl across his body as his aspect of water is able to keep him alive and not fucking explode. As you can cough up blood as you just... And the blade is slammed into the ground as he just falls to the ground.
Nice.
Cole is pissed. And now it is back to your turn.
I am just going to go ahead and I'm going to melee attack him first before I do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be going 2. Come on, hit. Fuck. Damn it. Okay. So that's... I almost crit missed. Distraught. I'm going to go ahead.
2 damage.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take that 2 damage. All right, so that's 16. Burning from flames. I'm just going to yell out, "You bastard!"
Takes 1 damage, right, from the fray dice?
Yeah, he's going to end up taking 1 damage, but I'm going to go ahead and describe that here in a second.
Yeah.
As I swing down, I can only assume, just from being not in the right headspace, I just whiff as he just dodges to the side. As I'm then going to just kind of open my hand and just cascade black lightning all across him for that 1 damage. His flame's only absorbing so much of it.
Yeah, you see him bring up his blade. It comes over some of the lightning as the rest of it arcs to his arms. As he flings it back, but his arms searing with light from the lightning.
Miss from the spirit. Miss from the spirit. So
By the way, I'm going to read you his abilities after the game, and you're going to shit yourself.
okay. Steve 3 straight damage.
2.
Two straight damage. Steve is basically just going to shoot a small chromatic orb. Just basically a small orb of, I'm going to say, a small orb of necrotic damage type. So just a small orb of black snickering lightning filled with shadows and like flaking off bits of like mist as it just flies straight in and hits him across the midsection while he's still blocking the onslaught from myself.
He takes the strike like a champ. You know, he seems slowly he's starting to slow down though. He's well below half now.
Cool.
And he's like,
Cole, go. You got this, Cole.
Next would be Cole.
Cole, get pissed. Let's go. Cole, get pissed. Let's go. Actually hit this son of a bitch, please.
Come on, Cole, you got this.
Come on, Cole, you got this.
Pog!
That's fucking goal. I saw the 1 damage and I was like, hey, yo, son of a bitch. But I realized, oh yeah, he does big damage.
He does do big damage. Oh!
Nice. That is 1, 1, 2.
This is 4.
So
3 damage.
That's
then
3
total.
damage.
Gets him lower.
That's decent, at least. That's decent.
And let me just open up the tab real quick to see what he does.
He's not dead though. You know what? At this point, there's no reason for Chance and Hans not to rush in.
You see his eyes just glow white as he just fires a bolt of lightning into his chest. You see him just take a few steps back, just blinking like. As yes, Chance and Hans rush into attack. Then I guess have them with attack.
Miss. Fuck.
How much HP do they have?
They have 5 each.
They take 1 damage
They
each.
have 6 each.
Okay, they take 1 damage each.
That's not bad. That's acceptable. But still, I mean, at this point with Ezrath going down, they're at this point,
they're just attacking.
Go. Yeah.
I heard not asking why they're not taking Fray Dice damage.
Why would they?
You took Fray Dice damage when you melee. You took Fray Dice +1.
True.
They're not.
True, but I mean, I figured they were taking damage of the +1 anyway.
No, they're taking the 1 damage, they're just not taking the Fray Dice damage.
Why aren't they taking the Fray Dice damage?
It's 2 different abilities.
Oh, okay, fair.
And the one that makes them take the Fray Dice damage doesn't apply to... It applies to anyone that attacks them, but it just doesn't apply to them. That's why you're gonna shit yourself afterwards when I tell you what the ability
Oh my
does.
god, okay, go ahead.
It's dumb. Anyway, they both rush in, and they strike. The halo, bursts into flames, just striking them both as they attack them. Some of their bones blacken a bit, but they're doing all right. As they're staying in melee range, even if they can't hit him. They're keeping his eye is off Cole in the back as he prepares another strike. He attacks twice. One is going to be at the next weak boy, which is going to be Cole. Are you prepared for Cole to die?
You better miss. Fuck. Cole has decent HP. Plus he has
Cole has 3 HP left.
Doesn't he have shield?
Yeah, no, that was AC with shield.
Wait, no, it shouldn't.
It gives him 3. It puts him down to 3. He only has 7. He has 7 AC normally, but that puts him down to 3.
Oh, fuck, you right.
Yeah. So he rolls damage now.
That's fine.
It's normal.
That's fine.
He takes 1.
He's fine. He has plenty of HP, doesn't he?
He has 2 HP left. 2 HP left. He took damage earlier.
When did Cole take
Big
so much?
ogre. He only has 5 HP max.
Oh, because he got fucking punched, dumbass. God damn it. This is why
He only has 5 HP max, right?
Still.
He was at 3 now.
What a stinky boy. He shouldn't have gone into melee.
And the second strike once again at Cole.
He'll be fine. Yeah, he's fine. Barely, but he's fine.
As the second strike hits him in the chest, he just slashes twice, basically a cross section of flames, slam into the shield, shattering it, sending him a couple steps back. His body singed and burned. But his eyes are still determined as ever to keep fighting.
Okay.
The funny thing is, after that first one hit and it didn't kill him, he could not die in that turn because he has 9 lives still. So he would not die.
Wait, isn't that once per scene though?
He hasn't used it yet.
Yeah, he used it versus the ogre.
No,
oh, no,
it didn't do enough damage to kill him.
He didn't have to. Fuck
Exactly.
yes. Okay.
He's
Alright.
just chilling at 1 HP. Like, hey, yo. Cole looks up at him and goes, "Your flames are weak."
That's what 2. That's what 1 + 1.
2 damage. Yeah, it's 2 damage.
Fucking of course. God damn it. All right.
How's your HP
Oh,
looking, bud?
I have 14 HP. I'm fine. I'm
so
fine.
He's slowly burning you as I
No shit, dude. Like,
oh my god.
so as I'm being coated in flames, I'm going to open up my hand once again, and then just scream out a battle cry as I just torrent of lightning, infinite power.
How much damage is that again?
It's 2 damage.
2 damage. Is that reduced to 1 or is it 2 damage?
No, it's reduced to 1, so one damage.
Yeah, it's a 4.
Just fucking
Oh
torrent
my
of
God.
black lightning.
Roll your attacks.
I already did for myself, but let me go ahead and roll it for everybody else.
Yeah, other boys.
God damn it. I really need that. I really need those heals, so like, man. Damn.
You wouldn't have needed them if you stopped attacking him. This is the sunk cost fallacy, dude.
I mean, I'm fine, but it's just like, god damn it, you know?
It is, though, the sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah, but it does big damage. Like, it does big damage. So really,
Yeah.
it's worth it. It's just like, fuck, you know? Alright, so the 2 spirits
I
miss.
guess.
They missed their attacks. 8 minus 1, that's 7 damage from Steve. We're gonna go ahead and do something very similar to Witch Bolt, and just do like a black
Strike from above.
Yeah, a black lightning blast. Just
Okay. He is now very low. The lightning strikes him, and you hear him scream in pain. He looks at him and goes, "I will end all of you."
Both Chance and Hans slash, but they miss.
And take 1 damage each.
4.
He just brings up his sword and just parries both of them as he stands once more. Cole. He raises his hand. Yeah, he gets +1 to. He gets +1 to all evocation spells, but only +1 damage to. What's it called?
If Cole doesn't kill him right now, I'm going to scream at Cole to run.
He's gonna raise his hand. He's out of spell slots, by the way, so he's gonna raise his hand, ignore the name of the spell. I just feel like making another name for it.
Are we doing...
The blue light. It fucking hits, and he hits him with Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost? Okay, so that's what, 2... That's 1 damage.
Well, no, it's... Yeah, that's right, damage.
damage.
Yeah, it does 2 damage to him.
It's 1 damage.
He's actually quite low. It hits him right center in the chest, or hits him in one of the legs, just freezing the legs to the floor, as he just looks confused, like, your petty magic cannot kill me. As you see him just shatter the ice on his leg.
As I tell
Like,
Cole to fucking run.
He looks dead. He looks cold, dead in the eye. Cole runs.
Cole should be able to get out of there. We're at...
Gets
basically
out
where
the
he's standing
door.
should be...
Boss, what do you think the range on his attack is?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, we began the fight where everyone was standing near the entrance, so he should be able to get out and outside the other side of the door.
Yeah, he gets out. There's the hole in the door. He runs out, but the range of 200 feet.
My point is, he wouldn't just run into the courtyard. He would probably run out and to like the left or the right, to around the building. So he wouldn't just be dead center out in the line, you know.
Anyway, so he's going to attack first. He's going to attack. Would you rather him one tap Hans or Chance?
I'd rather him attack me, bitch.
You know what?
You know what? Better yet,
he turns to you and he attacks.
You know, I'll give you a reason why. After I tell him to run, I'm gonna look over at him and say, You're a fucking coward for attacking my apprentice.
He looks over to you and goes, fine, I'll fight you instead, since you're gonna have him run.
Gladly. Wow, that's really close. That's really close on there. Alright, fucking hit me with it. 4 damage. I take that.
Yep.
I take that. I take that easy. Take that all day. 10 HP. Miss. Fuck you. Can I just deflect his blade to the side with my vampiric touch?
If it was any low, he was literally 1 away from hitting you.
Yeah, so like dodge to the side, knock it just off course.
Yeah. As he swings the blade once, coated in flame, it strikes true, hitting your arm, searing the wound. But as he goes for a second strike, you're able to just barely just hit it with your necrotically shelled hand, deferring its path. As it looks like you just the blazing flame in his eyes. Your turn.
Nice. Please let me fucking hit. God damn. Fuck. So close. God damn. So close. I want
Oh
those.
my
I could
God.
have healed for 3, but no. I will take 1 or 2 damage. What am I getting? Okay, so I'm taking 2 damage. Okay.
2 damage, yeah.
Okay.
He's just slowly damaging you. He's slowly
It's
dwindling
fine.
you
He
down.
takes 2 damage regardless. I'm basically just going to concussive blast him right in the chest.
You blast him in the chest, he gets a step back, just... he's even getting tired, he's low.
Good. I can only imagine Steve and their undead on Hunt's back circling as my other undead is using
Roll
my
your
Hunt's to
attacks.
circle.
Roll your attacks, then.
Hit.
Okay.
Go
Much
Steve.
damage?
Congratulations. And that's 1 miss. No damage.
No damage. Damn it.
No
You can
damage.
see
Good
him
job,
just
Ghost.
struck in the back of the head. He just looks up and goes, "You had 3 damage?
2
Right.
damage.
2 damage.
2 damage total. After
2 HP left.
Let's go. Alright, so he's basically just going to, as he's circling, throw out a small orb of just concussive, like, constricting air as it just hits his back and just boom straight across his armor.
He's kind of starting to, take steps back and forth, like, oh.
Miss. God damn it,
Miss.
Hans.
1 damage. Attack.
Yeah!
Ooh, how much damage?
Chomps, let's go! That is 1 damage.
2 damage. Oh, it's 1 damage now. He has 1
damage.
HP left.
Let's go! Cole's out of here. So that
Yeah,
is-
Cole's outside already.
That's it.
Huh.
I mean,
What?
unless he technically hops into the doorway and goes pew.
Yeah, no, Cole is able to, like, he's like around the corner, he peeks around the corner, just fires a frostbolt again.
Oh my god, man's gonna fucking kill steal this man.
10, he misses. Anyway, so now it's his turn once more. He looks at you dead in the eyes, and he's just fucking going for it.
Miss. Fuck you. That's 1. Okay, I can handle it. 1 damage. Oh, easy, easy.
The first strike, he swings. You're able to bring up the hand and just kind of kites it off. But it brings your arm over enough that he's able to kind of stab at you, but you're able to get back distance enough that when he grazes your
It's
chest.
just flames.
Yes, you feel the strikes. You feel the pain a little bit of it, but like the flames lick you and deal a little bit of damage, but you're still doing pretty okay. Now it's back to your turn.
Fuck, dude, you're kidding
You
me.
miss.
My god.
You deal the 1 damage from your what's it called? From your Do you remember how much HP he has left?
I know he has 1 hit point, but this is bullshit.
Okay.
I wanted
You
I wanted to heal up. Can I
Okay,
not?
so he goes down to 0 HP, and describe how you hit him with your attack.
So basically all I'm gonna do is I am going to swing at him with my vampiric
Oh, wait,
touch.
question
What?
real quick. How much effort do you have left?
I have 0.
Okay, good to know. Okay, attack.
I am going to go ahead and swing forth with my vampiric touch as it gets knocked to the side. Right as since his sword is to the side, I'm going to bring my staff up to right in his face as bones. No, not even bones. I'm going to have black whips of just electric energy fly out from the gemstone at the tip of my staff, wrap around his throat, and just choke him out.
So as you choke him out, he falls to the floor. Your battle is won. He stands back up.
Pardon?
He stands back up. Continue attacking.
Pardon? Does he look healthier?
No.
So,
He looks dead.
So basically, I just choke him out and then toss him to the floor, and then he just
And he gets right back up.
Does he have his sword again, or is he just getting
So
up-handed?
sword still in hand.
Oh my god!
Attack.
Wow. I guess undead spirits are gonna fucking have a field day here.
Attack.
Do they have different AC?
Nope. 2 AC still.
Okay. Those two are misses.
Misses.
Good job, Steve. Let's go.
Attack.
5 damage.
Okay. Hits him. It like blasts the arm he like wasn't using for it because he's one-handed his weapon. It blasts the arm off. He just looks down, looks back up. He's still ready to go.
What the fuck is this man?
Remember how I asked if you had any what's it called left? Any effort left? Yeah.
This is wild.
Yeah. Yep. 1 damage. Attack with whoever down attack. Huh?
Well, that would have been a miss right there.
Still, he still has the Halo Flame.
Oh yeah, sure.
He's not a different like character or anything. He's still the same exact character. He's just not dying. Would you like to know what his other main? Because he has 2 words. He has
Death?
fire. He has endurance.
Oh my god, endurance, of course.
Guess what endurance gets for a greater gift?
What?
Undying.
Of course. You know what? Would you allow me a free action to pick up an object?
Go ahead.
Can I reach down and grab his sword? It's
Well, the sword's normal. It's a normal sword.
Yeah. I'm just gonna grab.
Well, no. He actually he picked up. He had the sword hand still on there. He still has the sword. He stuck with it.
Well, yeah, but his sword arm is on the floor.
No, I said his non-sword arm is on the floor.
Okay, that's not what I heard, but all right.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
So, inside that case, never mind. Yeah, that's fucking everybody but Colt. If Colt even wants to make an attempt.
So that's the thing, though. So, I'm gonna read you the ability. While you can be brought to 0 HP, mutilated, or burnt, you cannot actually be killed except by the effect of aid of a word-powered gift, divine miracle, or gift-enhanced attack.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fucking easy. That's fucking everybody here.
No, not gift powered still. Doesn't technically count. None of them are actual gift attacks. They're just
Steve
magic.
is? The fuck?
No, he's theurgy. That doesn't count as gift powered.
Why does that not count as gift powered?
It is not. It's theurgy. A normal mortal can learn
literally a
theurgy.
gift.
It's not divine. No, it doesn't count.
But he himself...
It's a gift that lets you learn theurgy. He creates a servitor.
I suppose.
It's not a gift. Well, guess what? So users of the Word of Flame are immune to normal fire. They're not immortal. They're not immune to divine fire. Cole still has 1 effort left. You see Cole peek in the doorway as he uses Firestorm.
In the room?
Yes.
Does that? Wouldn't that
It doesn't
hit
need
us
Sky. No,
too?
I think it's
I'm
anyone.
fairly sure that's a full-on. It's everything in the area AOE.
No, it's every chosen target within 100 feet.
So it's just Firestorm on him.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
So it's a D6 of damage. Well, it's per level as well, so it's 2d6 damage. And it doesn't matter if he saves. He is at 0 HP. He dies. Fire.
So he just gets fire bolted from the entire ceiling repeatedly.
You see just a pillar. You see like runes appear under him. As he looks over, he's like, "Your mortal magic. Your magic, mortal or eldritch, cannot defeat me. Only the power of a god." And you see him just look over as the runes appear under him and goes, as he calls with 1 hand out, the eyes glowing, as he just crushes it into a fist. cutting him off. Just a beam of fire falls from the sky as he looks up and it pierces him straight through, face down, just a bolt straight through the center of his body. As he just kind of, the head looks forward, you see the hole in the face, as he kind of just weirdly stands and just falls to the ground. I, for a second, thought there was going to be no way to kill him, then I realized Cole still had an effort left.
I mean, I would have just dismembered him.
He would regenerate.
He would have regenerated?
Yeah. Yep, they regenerate. That's the last part of it. You regenerate back to 1 hit point an hour in your largest from your largest remaining piece.
Oh, that's fine. It doesn't matter. I would have still won the battle. I would just would have kept destroying him.
Exactly.
Because the thing is, right?
And it would just take. That's why I was like having him slowly get blown apart. Was you could kill him, like you could just dismember him and bring him back, and then kill him when you had effort back.
Exactly.
It's gonna be really annoying.
Well, really, what I would have done is I would have dismembered him, and then I would have basically disintegrated all of his body parts except for his head. And then just kind of left him.
Oh, he'll get back up. Yeah, he would get back up eventually.
In an
hour, he'll completely. In an hour, he'll be completely regenerated.
Yeah, but
like his body
over the course of that hour, we would have kept chopping him up the moment we see he's regenerating. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, yeah, but I remember Cole still has a single effort left.
God, that's wild. Convenient, if I will say.
He has 2 effort.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, so you see him just condenses into golden light. Do you reach your hand out and feel the light, the warmth that's entering your body?
I am going to fucking swipe my necrotic hand into it and corrupt it, coursing it into myself.
Well, it's warm because it's, hot. It's fire energy.
Oh, I know.
You feel your vitality just. You feel like a warm vitality energy fill your body. Corrupting or not, it's still. Oh, goddamn.
I mean, regardless, my fucking curse on my arm is gonna grow. You
feel the burning energy, and you see the runes glow red as just up your arm, up to your shoulder now, just burns off into a skeletal.
That far, man, holy shit.
Well, that's your elbow before, wasn't it? Because it increased because the last.
It was up to well, it started at my wrist, and it was up a little bit further than that.
Okay, I guess it's at your. I guess it's at your elbow now then.
Okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm. And you see the runes follow it up your arm. And you can feel just pulse the power from that as well. As your body fills with energy, you feel revitalized. You don't gain anything just yet, of course, but yes, you do. You will gain a level up.
You know what's hilarious? Technically, at that exact moment, also, Cole would get more powerful, and your boy down there would get more, on the floor would get more powerful. So theoretically, they might actually gain HP right now.
Yeah, I'd say Ezreal
might make Ezreal wake the fuck up.
You feel the energy condense in your chest, and you just release a wave of energy as all of them feel it. And you see Ezreal just stands on the ground like, what happened? You see him just, his body's still just fucking steaming.
I have to have a word or two with Azeroth because Azeroth disappointed me today. Like, really disappointed me today. He should have been big shit. He was not big shit.
Well, he did a lot of damage to, like, the mobs and shit like that.
Yeah. But
that is his job. To be fair, his job is mook killing.
That is true, but his job is to defend Cole. Cole almost died today.
Yeah, he wouldn't have died if it wasn't for Azeroth taking blows.
I suppose.
He would have barely gotten downed or died, because Azeroth did take a lot of fucking damage.
Excuses.
Like, he immediately, the first hit from the big boy, would have dropped him down to 0, made him use 9 lives. The second hit would have lowered his HP, and he likely would have...
I'm just saying what the perspective of my boy would be.
I'm saying he did take he tanked a lot of damage for him.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway. I see him stand up and just, looks over and goes like, did we win? Cole re-enters the room.
As I'm moving back over to get back on my Hom's back, I'm gonna look down at him and go, we don't have time for this. Get up. Grab your weapon. Let's go.
He's gonna pull the sword out of the ground. He's already like mostly up, not quite standing yet. He stands the rest of the way up. Alright, what next?
I'm gonna motion out to the courtyard. There's still men out there. Let's go. Cleanup time.
He nods and just sprints out. still carrying his body.
You know.
His vitality, he's actually young again, so he can actually survive and actually move properly with this much damage done to him, unlike before where he was like, fuck, my back.
I'm going to, on purpose, find the weak enemies that are already in 1v1s, and I'm going to just slurp them up.
You just look for any downed enemies, whoever's not dead just yet, or any weak targets, you just start slaughtering them.
I call them healing potions, as I will refill my HP.
Yeah. You see Azeroth just, working in tandem with the boys.
Yeah, with the
Cole just, helping clean anyone up. There isn't too many left by the time you guys get out there, but enough for you to heal up, enough for them to help clean up.
Okay.
What do you do now? Do you head back? Do you raise a flag or something?
Well, once we finish the last of the men here, I am going to raise our flag.
Alright.
Well, I'm gonna go find Robin, find where the fuck he kept it, which is probably on his haunts.
Oh, obviously, he has like a small satchel on his back. He pulls out, the flag, hands it to you.
I'm gonna nod.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head on over to the highest tower in the area. I'm gonna command Steve to go ahead and commence the lowering of all the other flags in the area, and I'm going to manually hoist this new one.
Do you lower them, or do you have Cole just burn them all?
We're gonna lower them. We're gonna burn them all together.
Okay. Yeah, you use them all. You load them all, burn them into a pile, and they're all ready to get burned.
The reason for that is because I don't want to destroy the ropes that actually hoist the new ones.
True. Okay. Everyone watches in all as you hoist the new flag up high. Victory having been achieved. You feel a sense of pride as you have, claimed a proper victory. Not just fighting off the attackers, but striking them where it hurts and taking their territory.
Oh.
So what do you do now? Do you teleport home to tell your father of your achievements?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to head back down into the lower area. By the way, you might want to change the music.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna head back down into the lower area of the complex, back down with Robin and where everyone else is. As I walk over to Robin, and I'm completely back up to max health. Cole is damn near dead. Azarath is damn near dead. My boys are hurting, but fine. Steve's fine, and the ghosts are gone. So, yeah. So basically, just Azarath and Cole need to heal up, and my two undead summons, well, they're fine. They'll just take some time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and head over to Robin as I'm gonna look at him and go, all right, as we had plans for, go ahead and set up the new front line. Push it all the way up. I should go reconvene with Father. We'll set up some new supply routes up here and hoist a plan for the final push straight to their heart. But now that we're on their doorstep, the door's wide open. I would say push now while the iron is hot. But we don't have the manpower. And quite frankly, I don't think anyone here is quite ready for that. Not yet.
He nods to you. I'll ready the men to bring them to this fortress to fully take it over. But basically this, they won't be pushing up against us anytime soon anyway.
No, they won't be able to. We've taken the territory. It's good. As I turn around, swirl my hand in a circle, conjuring forth the thaumaturge interlockings of the weave itself, as I shove my fingers inside the middle of the spell circle and rip open a gate straight back to our homeland.
Do you bring everyone with you?
Oh, it's a one-way gate. I'm gonna take all of the man. I'm gonna take all of our men here. Robin can stay here to do what he wants, and he can keep the undead.
Well, yeah.
He can keep the undead, and he can keep the clay golem, and the stone golem. I don't care. But I'm gonna take back our haunts, the ones that we need, because if I remake new haunts, the ones that are here and are temporarily being used will just disappear. So fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not that worried about it. And if he just randomly loses a horse, he'll know why. But oh well, he should have some spare, so it's fine.
He's in the middle of riding it, and it just falls over.
Yeah, it would just fall over dead, basically. So I mean, whatever. So basically, I'm just going to swirl it up, open it up, and I'm gonna look over at Robin and go, "Take care of the undead. Go ahead and use the haunces while they're able to be used by you, and take full command over those clay golem. Use them all well. Bring honor to the church. I know you will."
He nods to you and sticks out a hand.
I'll shake it.
And pleasure working with you.
You as well. I will be back.
You step through the portal, weary from your long battles. Because I mean, you've been basically been up a lot for the past while, fighting, stuff like that.
I'm not gonna go see Father immediately, but we are taking a snooze first. Then we're gonna go see Father.
Do you check in with one of the priests to tell him that you're back and that you're gonna be resting?
I'm gonna go find one of the priests. And
I would say your sanctuary you come in, there's always a priest or two nearby in case you come in.
I mean I summoned the portal in the same spot, so I mean there's probably at least one always staffed there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's always at least one or two there who are okay.
So as we gate into the sanctuary, into the crypt, I'm going to go ahead and walk on through on Hans's back, hop off, walk over to the priest and go, "We are going to be heading back to our rooms shortly, but I need you to deliver a very quick report. Tell Father that the front line has been pushed all the way up to the end of the territory. We have captured the territory. We are right on their doorstep. The front line has been moved and needs a new route of supplies and reinforcements, preferably a massive horde of undead to bolster the front lines and in case of any countermeasures. I will give him a more detailed report due morning. But we have more men here, more skilled men than we did previous. Send that report."
The priest had been writing it all down, nods to you, and then runs off to go deliver it to your father.
I'm going to take Cole and Ezrath to their rooms. Do
they have rooms yet?
They don't, but I'm picking two random ones that are nearby my room. That's nearby. So basically, whoever is in there currently, I'm basically just going to look at them and go, "Your room's being borrowed. I apologize. We will find you new accommodations."
I would say generally because you're considered royalty and everything like that here. There is a few empty rooms around.
Oh, then that's fine. That's fine. Then a couple guest suites or whatever. Yeah, we'll just put them in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your father would always hope that you would make friends or allies, so he had guest rooms nearby just in case.
He always hoped.
Now he always hoped his child would make friends.
Yeah, maybe. I'll just give them those guest rooms. I'll put him and Esrath in the same room, and then I will go into my room. Obviously, Steve's in my room. Chons and Hans, they're probably in a guest room as well. So, no, things work out.
Yeah.
We will sleep the night. Cole, I'm sure, is still very injured come morning, but he's coming with me. He's fine enough to walk, not fine enough to fight.
Yeah, by the morning, both Cole and Azeroth they can walk, they can get into a minor scuffle, but they're not.
They're tired.
And
yeah, they're tired.
They're tired.
Yeah. Ached, pained, a little injured, patched up, but still in that shambling veteran kind of way.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have them come with me. Probably propped up by skeletons, more than likely, to hold some of their weight.
They can walk fine. They're just I would say probably Azeroth Cole is leaning on his staff a little bit. Azeroth he's used to this type of shit by this one because he's the oldest one here.
By far, he's young now.
By far, yeah. He's like, oh, I'm used to it's way worse than this.
But yeah, we're gonna head all the way up to Father's quarters.
You arrive. You see him sitting there reading over some papers. He's like,
before I go in, I'm gonna have Azeroth wait outside the door. Cole can come.
Are you gonna greet your door guard?
I will. I
Do
don't
you
remember.
remember what?
I don't remember. What
Do you remember his name was?
I don't remember what his name
You
was.
don't even remember the door guard?
I don't remember what his name was, and I don't think Draven would have either. The thing is, what I'm gonna do to play it off is, I'm going to go ahead and look at both of them and go, "Morning, both of you. It's a pleasure seeing you both again." And I'm going to nod at the one who I saw last time in a, like, I know kind of way.
Yeah. They both look quite ecstatic, as you know, because you are basically Jesus of this fucking church. So they're just like, they're still ecstatic that you know. He's like, oh, acknowledge us stuff. Most of the time, before you might just come in, doors open, whatever. But now they're getting acknowledgement because they don't usually get acknowledgement from the priests or anything. They're just door guards. Yeah. And though they are likely, probably some of the most skilled guards in the entire building.
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah. They look pretty normal. They're just like, they take the armor off. They're just beefy as fuck.
Yeah. Trains every day, night and day.
Yeah. They look happily and they open the door for you. Do you walk or do you saunter into the room? You are, you are the son returning home victorious.
I'm going to walk into the room respectfully with Cole by my side.
Okay. Cole's looking pretty nervous because he's, devout.
He's never been this close before.
Yeah, he's devout. Because, like, if you brought Ezroth in, he'd be, like, respect and all that. So, for the father of the person he works under and all that, like, he's, like, he's your respect, basically. Whereas Cole is just like, oh my god, I'm meeting God.
Yeah.
He's quite stiff, you can see. He's like, oh, oh. And you arrive into the room. Your father looks at you, from the papers he's looking at. He looks at you and goes, I see you've been busy.
I have been, Father. We have done quite a lot. And I have recruited an apprentice of my own. As I basically put a hand straight up to put a hand on Cole's shoulders, kind of like kneel, motherfucker. Like, you should go.
I would say he's already kneel.
Oh, he's already kneel. Okay, cool. I'll just rest the hand on his shoulder. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna rest my hand on his shoulder and go, he's very valuable. I feel like he will become a mighty archmage if given time to blossom from the little seedling that he is now. He's proven himself to be comparable to my servitor in some ways, lacking in others, but he is still, after all, as I look back at my father and go, mortal in most aspects.
See him thinking about it, so it looks, to this person, who by all, like, reasonability is, like, he joined the military, basically when he could, so he's, like, 18 to 20.
Super inexperienced.
Yeah, he's quite young, though, and he's just, like, is already the level of a mage, like, someone, like, 10, 15 years his senior. Beyond that, because he just infinitely fucking casts Scorching Ray.
Yeah, now, because I've given him god power, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. He looks at him and goes, yes, I can see how quite fiery his potential is. Looks over and goes, it's rare to see a talent like this. Where did you find him?
As I stand there looking proudly down at him, I'm going to say, I found him at a party at the front lines right after our first major victory. I was surveying the crowd, as, I usually do, and I sensed an unwieldy, wild amount of magical power coming from this common foot soldier. He was impressive, quite so. And I don't normally see talents such as his. He was reading, as I look back up at my father, and I'll go, he was reading a spell book. Literature, not necessarily a spell book, but magical literature at a celebration party. Dedication like that is far unknown in the military.
Your father looks at him once more. Talent and dedication. Quite a rare combo.
It is. But thanks to him, it was due to him and, as I turn around, open the doors.
The doors open quickly.
Azarath, come.
Azeroth walks in the room, his back straight. Not as if he's meeting royalty, but as like actually, not as if he's meeting a god, but as if he's like meeting royalty, where he's he's walking back straight, not arrogant, but just
As he comes in, I'm going to say,
respectful.
fall in behind your master.
He nods, goes down to one knee.
As I kind of walk behind Cole and like slide my hand from Cole's left shoulder to stand as I stand by Ezerath's right. I'm gonna hold my hand stopping on his right shoulder as I go. This night was something I like to find special. He had immense power in his youth. He may not look old, but I gave him a fragment of mine. It rejuvenated him, brought him back to his peak. And then some. I think you'll find if you survey him, it'll be quite worth the investment. I'm not quite sure what he may turn out to be in the long run, but my hopes are high. Not as high as Cole's, but still far exceeding any other soldier I've met so far.
Your father looks, kind of rubbing his chin as he looks closely at Azeroth and goes, I see little talent for magic within him, but a power I don't quite recognize. You see him kind of beckon over a priest, lean in and say, you hear him say, like, ask for something. The priest nods and, shuffles off and goes out the doors. I'll have to look into this.
Of course.
It's a power I feel like I've seen before, but I don't quite know. Train both of them well. I'm sure they'll be steadfast allies for you.
I'm going to look at him and I'm going to go, also, Father, we have another. Oh, wait, hold on. Chat. And people watching the VOD. By the way, sorry if the music cut out. The only way we can play music, once again, is via Discord activity. Because obviously we're not a full-blown production and can't, just do this IRL. So we have to use Discord activities and playback time. So for the next 10 minutes, you're not going to hear any background music. I apologize.
Yeah. Oh, it just fucking closed the activity on me. Oh my god.
It's fine. You can just reopen it in a bit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna say, it seems that his power is quite extraordinary. Strange, but extraordinary. But nevertheless, I have some greater news. While that priest is fetching the item you need to inspect Azeroth, let us mull over this new development. Father, I think you'll find this to be quite interesting. I had the pleasure to meet Uncle.
You see him raise an eyebrow, and he thinks about it, and you see him the look of surprise.
As I pull out the spell book.
He looks at it and goes, and you see him kind of calm down and goes, that uncle. How did you find him?
I'll say... Oh, go ahead.
He's gonna say, I have fallen out of contact with him over the years. He is quite the hard one to find.
You see, while I was out destroying the opposition, taking their land, destroying their forts and laying their men bare, What I did was I went into a ruin and stumbled into his domain. He spoke with me, answered many of my questions. Do not worry, Father, it had nothing negative to do with the church, but only answered my curiosities, reaffirmed my convictions even further than what it was already. And, well, he gave me some gifts. As I reach my hand on out, as I go, these runes are spectacular. Strange, but spectacular. And the spell book he gave me seems to, in time, it will grant me power, more so than what I would be capable of at the moment. As well as he already told me, as I pull out the little, didn't he give me like a stick I could break with some of them?
That was a talisman. You rip in half.
Okay. So I'm going to pull out the talisman, and as I dangle it in front of me, I'm going to go, if I am to break this, he will come to assist me, is what he told me. So it seems, as I put my hand down underneath the talisman and kind of let it drop into my hand and put it back away, I'm going to say, it seems he's on my side. Our side. Which is better than what I would have hoped, seeing a force like that. He tested me, challenging my strength, and I passed. Flying colors. I was allowed myself and my servitor to challenge him in combat. Forcing all of our associates here, as I motion down to the two of them kneeling, to sit on the sidelines, passive. To be fair, though, even if they were allowed, they wouldn't be able to reach them, as he was floating over damn near endless void. Unfair, I know, but nevertheless, it was a test for myself and myself alone, and I can truly say I did pass it.
Your father chuckle as he looks at you and goes, if there is one thing he is not, it is fair. He may be smart. He is quite powerful, yes. But he has never been much of a fair one. Cherish these gifts he has given you, as they will be powerful now, and the more you wield them, they shall grow with you. That talisman, only use it in your darkest hour when you think there is no other way out. His ability to go outside of his domain is limited. So this may be the only chance he has to do so.
I nod. Understood. I will do so only in the gravest of circumstances. I must also report, when we pushed all the way back, straight to their homeline, when we took fort after fortification, barreling through with lightning speed, we ended up going up against one final fortress, which is the end of our front line here currently. And, well, we fought a boulder of a man at the front gate. We were prepared to fight, and of course we did. Ezerath here fell during that battle. I had to rejuvenate him by sucking the force out of my steed and ripping life from the ground itself just to revitalize him, get him back into the fray. Took quite a bit of my energy to do so. It is not a spell sort I'm used to, by any means, but I did so. And then, once we defeated him, here, let me go ahead and, as I reach into my bag and pull out the bracers that he made up,
Mm-hmm.
as I show it to him. He turned
He
in with
takes a
this.
look at them and he goes, "Ah, I see. These are quite an exquisite artifact. That means divine power may not have been strong, and he may have lacked, although the power of multiple words, but his strength was likely due to how much power and time and effort he put into a single word." He looks closer at them and goes, "I don't think these would benefit you very much, as the power radiating off of them is one of raw strength, enough to lift a mountain or cleave an army in half. I shall take it for now to determine its exact abilities. In about a day, I shall bring it back to you and let you know exactly what it does."
I nod and I will very gently hand it over to him.
He takes them, and he seems to kind of like pull a cloth from his cloak, because yeah, fucking infinite storage cloak, why not? As he wraps them up, holding them still, he puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, "Well, well, you did more than I asked, and you did make me worry. I'm proud of your achievements and of everything you can achieve in the future."
There was also not just that one, Father. We decimated their forces inside. It was a bloodbath, to say the least. But it was lacking in challenge. Their forces caved under our boots. The undead roused in, trampled them, ripped them to pieces. And I, and all of my servants, all of us, took their forces and ripped them asunder in merely seconds flat. I will say Ezerath did quite a bit of it. But it was primarily him and Cole who took down an entire army of paladins of a sort. Moving past that army, we found the keep. As I blasted the doors open and found the individual sitting at a table, sipping wine, he rose. He was clearly a Godbound, walking towards me, shattering his wine. He declared our battle to be legendary. I am shortening the conversation and paraphrasing, but still. After some short communication, battle exploded. He was a man of fire. He had a halo of flame, and his sword conjured forth blades of slashing inferno. We did the best we could. He was very slippery. Could not land a single blow on him effortlessly once he learned of my first strike, even though I could devastate his body and heal my own. Shortly into the battle, Ezerath fell, after being cut down quickly. It was then left to myself, Steve, my servitor, our spirits that we've conjured from the echoes of the past, and the rest of our fodder. We managed to break him down, little by little. Steve did quite a bit of the damage against him, as I would expect from my servant. But I will say, Cole did quite a number on him, until he began to wear thin. He was cut down many times, near to death, before I told him to run. Get out of there. Save himself, for his talent cannot be ran amiss and be wasted in such a battlefield. So he did. But, Father, I can attest, He did disobey me, but only partially. He ran out of cover, which is what I wanted. But he still stayed to fight. He would dash in for but a moment, cast a spell, and then dash back out of the way. He was brave. And once I landed the final blow, he fell to the floor, dead. But he rose again, undying. We battled him severely, tooth and nail, ripping his flesh from his bones and tearing him asunder. But it was Cole who won us the day. Cole, raise your right hand for me.
He currently he's still on the one knee, so he kind of doesn't stand, but he's kind of sits up a little bit. And he raises his right hand with the glove.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and point towards it and go, I'm sure you remember that little gimmick that I got previously. It came quite in handy. For since Cole is my fire mage, my evocation wizard, I thought it suited him, and it did. Because of him using that glove, it demolished many of their forces, gave us entry into many of these camps. And finally, right as we are barely succeeding against this undead vermin, the sky in the room crackled, and a beam of light fell. Fiery inferno pierced this undead soul. Poof. Transforming it finally into the power that I wield now. He won us this day. Cole should get most of the glory for getting us to the front lines. He did quite a bit in those battles. I feel like both of them should get the recognition they deserve. It was not all just myself.
Your father nods, looks at them both and goes, "Rise." Cole kind of gets up and stands at attention, stiff. Ezra just simply stands up, his back straight, arm, shoulders square. And he looks at them both and goes, You have followed my son loyally, fought valiantly, and even risked your lives in battle for him. For this, I shall give you both a treasure from the armory, so that you may fight even better.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. I'm gonna look over at my father and go, and they are both still in our army. I would recommend, even though this is only a recommendation, I recommend them both for a promotion.
It's also you're the activity leader, so.
Oh, I'm activity leader? Damn, okay.
Because it closed it on me earlier, because the
BB,
whole,
Yeah,
thank you.
You're good.
That's the active one, so there we go.
They get 7 rank ups. They're now paladins, boys. 7 rank ups, they're paladins, boys.
He looks at them and goes, well, they're under your jurisdiction now, as they're not necessarily part of the normal army. But in terms of the church, I should give both of them an honorary title. He looks to Azeroth. For risking your life and nearly dying in the line of duty, I name ye a paladin. He looks to Cole, and even through Cole as well. You, who wields power both arcane and, you see him pause for about a moment as he stares once again, divine. You shall be known as the Divine Sorcerer. Both of them, nod their heads as he And basically, he does like the knighting kind of thing, where he tap both their shoulders with his staff. Continue to serve my son well. Okay.
I'm going to look at my father and go, these two are quickly becoming one of my most favorite pet projects. Of course, my main goals never changed, and my eyesight is firmly planted in the direction of progress. But these two, I feel like are only going to enhance my abilities. Also, I inquired with Uncle about him, as I point to Cole. I've heard nothing but good things about his potential, to say the least.
He's gonna nod to you and look to Azeroth. What did he say about the knight?
Well, Father, all surprises would be mute if I were to have inquired about everybody under my leadership. Azeroth, I feel like, would have been a question for Cole to ask. Would it have not been?
He thinks so for a moment. If Cole had asked, I do not believe he would have given an answer. He gave you the answers that you sought because you are of my blood. You are family to him.
Yes. And in due time, may chance Cole will get the same privilege. As I look over at him and go,
Cole looks very confused at you.
but in due time. Right, Father? Maybe he will ask him another time. But Azarath is Cole's responsibility. He is not my subordinate. He is Cole's.
He nods. If Cole gains enough power on his own, then possibly you might give him an actual response.
That is what I hope to achieve.
May he invite you to his domain again, so we might be able to see.
We may. Anyway, Father, if you happen to have any missions for me in particular, I will be here for quite a while, preparing for the next leg of our journey, which I don't quite know of yet. I feel like the next leg should be to stab right at the heart of the Holy Empire, but at this point, we've already committed to an expansion. Maybe there'll be better chances to prove myself that are more pressing. I've been away from home for a while now. I think I want to see and breathe the air at home for just a little bit. And my men need time to rest. If you happen to have anything at all that needs to get done, please let me know. I am thirsting for a challenge once again. But I only have one request for that. It's allow my men time to rest. And give me something truly fitting to test my men. You've seen me be able to go above and beyond and fight Godbound and even Blanks. And even, as I point down to the glove that's on Cole's hand, even kill a parasite god. Which I never told Cole we did, I don't think.
Cole looks at the glove like, holy shit!
As I then look back at my father and go, I would love to be able to serve the church in a more grandiose perspective. But if you wish me to take my next step is to go straight to the heart of their capital, I need only the manpower, which I know we have. Or at least, as I look, off to distance towards where the land is, with the front line being so bloody, we can make it shortly. But they'll be expecting us. I'm more than happy to go over these plans with you. But I feel like a short respite would be good for me and my men. Some training, some studies, and some more hands-on with Cole here. Be a good change of pace from tents out in the wilderness. I think you would agree.
He nods, puts a hand on your shoulder, and simply says, "You've done well, and I may have some tasks for you, but I agree. For now, rest easy, for our borders are now secure, and the expansion's underway."
Alright. We will give a little bow, and we will go ahead and head out.
Alright.
I think that would be probably the best place to end for the night.
Best way to end it? That is all I had left as well.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, to be fair, my biggest thing was, honestly, he doesn't want the credit for this.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. The credit, he does not care about. The things he cares about, right? And this is for Draven specifically. It's to benefit the church and to grow his own power, right? That's all he cares about. Glory, don't give a fuck. So he's not going to sit here and do this whole conquest for the glory of it. He's not here for a pat on the back. Not at all.
Mm-hmm.
He'll gladly give the credit to these two because he's gaining the power anyway. And he's gaining the glory for the church. Getting these two promoted, though, is going to get them so much better fucking respect around here.
Definitely. Well, they're underused. They're underused. They're already going to get some respect. But yeah, what do you think of their titles?
Oh, that's pretty fucking good. I gotta say.
Yeah. Currently, he's just the paladin, as he hasn't fully grown his abilities yet, whereas Cole has, his line more determined, so he's the divine sorcerer.
Yeah.
By the way, I realized something. That fight, Cole should have died.
Why?
I forgot that the guy has an ability called Cinder of Words, commit effort, and every single turn, every lesser foe within earshot takes fray damage.
He'll be fine.
I forgot about that.
I guess he just didn't commit effort.
Oh, he had I forgot about the ability.
Oh, no,
so
I guess,
matter.
well, I mean, you didn't use it, so I guess he didn't commit
effort, right? I actually had to commit effort beforehand. But anyway, it's fine. So, would you like to know what the ability was that kept dealing damage to you?
Nah, we'll talk about it after stream.
Right.
But boys, chat. For any of you who are watching the VOD and for any of you who are watching in stream, thank you guys so much, so much for being here. Again, I am Vossel DMG. I'm a D&D Team Demigod only VTuber. We do this every single week, usually on Wednesdays, but if something has to come up that requires us to either cancel or shift it, usually to a Saturday, then we'll do it whenever we have to or just skip a week. But usually it's every single Wednesday, 10 p.m. EST. This last 2 weeks have been a little hectic and very, very reasonable for why we've had to switch. But I love this fucking campaign, and I see us going in very, very good directions moving forward. Plus, we gotta level up this session, boys, so which means we're cranking this shit up, boys. Good shit. But yeah, my DM here, if you want to go ahead and describe yourself to those who are watching, possibly in the VOD.
I'm James, the Lich of Headpats. I'm a variety game VTuber. Although it seems like more and more I'm just becoming more of a D&D VTuber than Voss.
That's true.
As like 50% of my content is, will Wednesday will be so Godbound, or are you gonna take a week off? No, next Wednesday will be Godbound.
No.
I should be all good.
Yeah, we should be good by Wednesday.
This Wednesday was just tough. I don't have an issue with saying what it is, but I don't feel like I'm leaving this show on depressing notes.
Yeah, fair enough.
But we'll be back next week to keep playing. I might try to get doing some more D&D content, some more TTRPG content at some point. Stay tuned.
Yeah, but you guys can find James up here, aka Lich of Headpats, at twitch.tv/Lich of Headpats, all one word. And you guys can find me, if you guys are watching over on YouTube, you guys can find me over on twitch.tv. I stream every single day, except for Sundays, unless I do, 10 p.m. EST or sooner, depending on if I have the day off or not. At twitch.tv/Vostal_DMG. I greatly appreciate every last one of you for coming around, sticking it out, and enjoying the campaign so far. The community around Godbound has been amazing so far.
Oh, they're lovely.
And I have been really enjoying this campaign in particular, and the development of Drovin, and how he's really changed as a character, even this soon, from where he
character
was,
development. We have character arcs and shit.
so far from where he started being this brash, hot-headed kid to just being, even now, where he's almost growing like a family across everyone here. It's been so nice just seeing everybody grow. I've really enjoyed it.
It's been really fun running you. It's been
really
really fun.
It's been a good story, I gotta say. It's a lot of
like
combat, but that's kind of what Godbound is.
Godbound, yeah.
90% of their powers are combat related. So.
Normal. Oh, it depends what word they're using. Deception is less so, like things like that. But usually mostly combat related powers, and so it's just kind of the direction the game is gonna go. Generally, but honestly, I don't generally like DMing, but it's been a really good time.
Yeah,
I've been having a lot of fun with it.
But yeah, we will see you guys back here Wednesday, 10 p.m. EST. Thank you guys all for watching. The VOD will be uploaded tomorrow and streamed directly up to YouTube here tomorrow on the 16th of January 2023. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hope to see you guys again next week. Bye, guys.
Mm-hmm.